904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Heat guard Kyle Lowry is out for tonight's Game 6 against the 76ers with that lingering left hamstring soreness. This will be the 6th playoff game Lowry has missed. Our coverage of the Heat and Sixers starts at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio, TV, and the app. And ESPN's Seth Greenberg says the Sixers have to get a big game from Joel Embiid.
This team is undermanned in relation to the depth of the Heat. The Heat's depth is absolutely wearing Philadelphia out. If Joel Embiid is not 100% healthy, which he's not 100% healthy, he's the one thing. Play through him, get him touches. He's got to dominate this game.
Seth Greenberg on KJ and Max. After the Heat and Sixers, Game 6 for the Suns and Mavericks on ESPN. The Heat and Suns both looking for closeout wins tonight. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports #1 overall pick defensive end Travon Walker agrees to terms on his rookie contract with the Jaguars. The Patriots will trade backup quarterback Jarrett Stidham to the Raiders. In return, the teams will flip late-round draft picks.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Drew Holiday definitely helped seal the game, but there's no way they're in a position to even seal the game unless Giannis has this masterful performance.
It's Friday with KJ and Max. It all starts at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
Hey, we're on the road once again here with Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Welcome in on a Thursday edition of the show. And we are live. If you're checking us out at the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, right behind me, you'll see a beautiful golf course, and that is Eagle Landing Golf Club, maybe the hidden gem of hidden gems here in Northeast Florida. Fantastic shape. Good layout. Takes a little bit to drive to if you're in the immediate Jacksonville area, but it's still not a bad drive out here. And the greens, fantastic. So it's on the Dream 18 golf card, and I used it today. So there you go. We are live here at Eagle Landing Golf Club for a few hours, and we'll lead up right to Action Sports Jax OT with Casey Kurtz and Brian Middleton. And then to the Jumbo Shrimp on a Thursday night as Max Meyer, I believe, takes the bump for the Jumbo Shrimp. Again, we've been telling you this. If you want to see a future big league or a guy that might make some noise at the big league level, go see Max Meyer. I'm not sure how many opportunities you're going to get, but tonight's one of those opportunities. He is scheduled to pitch for the Jumbo Shrimp. Brent Martineau here, Casey Kurtz there. Schedule comes out tonight, Casey. Are you eagerly anticipating this? Are you just waiting and waiting, or is it the most overplayed story there is in sports today?
Yeah, I'll be playing FIFA. If it pops up on my Twitter feed, then sweet. Otherwise I'll be fine.
Is FIFA a thing still? I thought something happened with FIFA.
Well, just going forward, like FIFA and EA are no longer – FIFA's not going to be made by EA, so that's like a next year or whenever it runs up problem. But as of now, FIFA 22 still in the PlayStation 4. So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. And then, like I said, if the schedule stuff, it comes in front of me, then great. But, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, well, I will say this. This is how it impacts. I really feel like the broadcast media that covers the NFL, talks about it almost more than the fan, because quite honestly, it shapes our calendar for the, final 5 months of 2022. I mean, we can't do anything. I am waiting to announce our Dream 18 golf tournament until tomorrow, so I know what the Jags are doing early in the season in September and where their schedule is, and just make sure they don't have a Sunday night or a Monday night game, and I'm not going to be here. So I think in part that's what it does. It gives us a little bit something else in the news cycle. Keep in mind, this is something that used to happen before the draft. Now, of course, the NFL and its brilliance has stretched it out into May because they know, well, there's really not that much going on. So I do think fans like it too, because now you buy tickets, now you plan trips, now you can do all those things. The NFL is such a part of our culture that I mean, we change our schedules around it. And not just us in the media, but also the fans that go every day and every week and like to take road trips too. So I do think this is a bit of an eagerly anticipated day, probably a little overhyped. But, hey, schedules are schedules. You know, when you went to school in college and your schedule came out, you knew what you were doing then for the next few months.
That is true.
Right? I mean, it's kind of the thing. So I do anticipate a little bit tonight. The thing that we've wrestled with is, does it change how you view the season? And I wonder, Casey, like, we're going to do this experiment today. First time ever we're trying this. I don't know if it's a thing. We said it. We produced the show on the air like last week. We said we're going to see what we think the Jags record is going to be today. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see if it changes once the schedule comes out tonight, and we'll do that on the show tomorrow.
Fact.
Because what every sports radio station does in America in their home market is predict the schedule after, or predict the wins, losses after the schedule comes out.
Yeah.
And my curiosity is, like, does it matter? You already know who they're playing. But we'll see if the calendar kind of plays with our psyche a little bit on how we view how the schedule could unfold for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I think, we will do that, and that'll be an interesting exercise. I mean, there's not much that'll probably change my mind, at least, although I think you quote retweeted something that obviously was not official, but if that does come true, I believe they wouldn't have a bye after London. So, like, that would be, like, one of the very few things that could change my, I guess, mind on winning and losing games that they maybe should or shouldn't.
Yeah, and see, this is why I think the NFL, and I say this, I think it's one of the foolish exercises we do, but it's fun, and we do it, and then we like to say if we're right or wrong, and usually sunshine and rainbows over here is wrong when it comes to the Jags. But I think it's one of the foolish exercises, you know, in this sport in particular, because every year half the teams don't make the playoffs. That made it the year prior. I mean, just about every year that happens. And the league is so filled with parity that you find the Cincinnati Bengals coming out of nowhere and the Seattle Seahawks not really being a factor at all last year. Like, that's what happens in the league. And so to sit here and say, hey, the strength of schedule of the Jaguars is not very high, how do you know? Like, you just don't know. You have no idea. By the time you get to November, Washington might be 9-4, you know, and it might be a much harder game. And Carson Wentz is playing well than maybe you anticipated it being. So, well, maybe not.
Maybe Sam Howell's in there with his steakless. So,
yeah, there we go. So, in the schedule, we'll talk about. Well, we will do it because I'm interested in doing this and see if my own thoughts on the schedule and the Jags' success or lack thereof this year does change at all. Rookie minicamp does start tomorrow. This is not big news ahead of rookie minicamp, but I am a little surprised how quick these deals are getting done around the NFL, and that includes the number 1 overall pick, Travon Walker, $37 million contract. It's slotted. There's really not a lot to it. Jags get it out of the way. They get it done. They sign it. Bing, bang, boom, it's over. He'll be in camp this weekend for the Jacksonville Jaguars. There's really not a lot of mystery in that. Again, you go back 10 years. I think it was previous to the last CBA. So that would have been right around 2011 and previously. Like, when I was in this market, we would go to the airport when a guy like Tyson Alualu signed his deal, and we'd meet him there because he was, like, late to camp by a few days because they were working on the contract, and it was a little bit of a holdout, and it was a big story. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just not a story anymore. Very few. There are a couple, like Joey Bosa and Zach Wilson last year. Yeah. I mean, but again, it's like, you know it's going to get done. Like, these aren't major deals. So, like, I don't even think about it anymore. It's not even a headline. It's just not a thing that these guys sign their rookie contracts because you know what's going to happen. So I don't know if I miss the mystery of that or it kind of makes it easier. It's like, okay, that we can forget about that and not have to chase it as much. But the slotted nature of the NFL has solved a lot of the mystery when it comes to rookies signing their picks. So, hey, Travon Walker will be here this weekend. That's awesome. The Jags get rookie minicamp going this weekend. That's awesome. I don't think we're going to learn a whole lot this weekend, but hopefully they start to get acclimated by to everything that Doug Peterson's trying to accomplish. And he did say to us earlier this week when he dropped the puck at the Iceman game that they will do some installation stuff with this rookie class this weekend. So they will start to already get them accustomed to that playbook and start, putting people out in the field in the positions that they want to see them in. How much we'll see of that, they're not going to do a lot. And I call this the Dante Fowler rule. Dante Fowler comes in. He gets hurt on the first day of rookie minicamp, tears his ACL. He's done for the year. Nobody wants that stuff to happen.
Yeah.
That was a probably one-off type of thing, and it's happened to others as well. But I'm just saying, like in Jacksonville, like it's just not an everyday occurrence. But the point being around camp, around these kind of things, around OTAs, the idea for everybody in the NFL now is just to get to the regular season healthy. It trumps extra practice. It trumps harder practice. It trumps knowing the system better. It trumps everything. Availability is king in the NFL. And the last thing, and I agree with this one especially, I think rookie minicamp actually should be a classroom thing and not even on the field, quite frankly, because I think the last thing these guys that have gone through this process and are fatigued already by the process and probably haven't worked out to the degree that they should since the combine. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Devin Lloyd sure looked like he had. But I think it's a very dangerous thing to play with, putting these guys out in any kind of full-speed capacity or even 75% capacity. I just don't think they're ready coming off the grind of the college year, the draft process, everything else. And I would play it super cautious if I'm Doug Peterson. I think the league does that now. I think Doug Peterson told us that he hinted that, hey, we just got to get out of here, nobody get hurt. That's the main objective, really, from work for the Jacksonville Jaguars this weekend. But I'm not really sure we're going to learn too much. It'll be nice to see them out on the field, Casey, but I would think that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key, right? You can't get hurt in the classroom, hopefully, barring something truly incredible. But, yeah, I mean, what can you really do in 2 days? I understand that they want to do some installation stuff. Cool, I'm with it. But to your point, like, let's just stay healthy. It's really not worth it. And, I mean, obviously it didn't happen in rookie minicamp, but you had ETN who got hurt last year in a off-season situation. So you definitely don't want that to happen again. So, yeah, just take it easy, read the book, learn the playbook, and figure it out from there. By the way, Brent, to keep you updated, I know you're on the edge of your seat. Harry Kane just scored a penalty, so it's 1-0 in the soccer match I'm watching.
Who's that? Who's playing? I've heard of him before.
Yeah, you should have. Tottenham and Arsenal.
I just can't get over how much you watch this. Is this a CBS 47 Thursday event?
This is a USA.
Okay.
No, this isn't Champions League. That's
right.
a CBS event. But
is that over? Is that Wednesdays or what?
No. So there's only one game left, and it's the championship game, and it's like at the end of May, I think.
I got you.
Just trying to keep you updated. I don't know. Maybe
I'm sure everybody was super pumped to be updated about that.
Hey, man,
Harry Kane, everybody.
I know there's one specific Jags fan that likes Tottenham, so if he's listening, I'm just giving him an update.
That is one thing. Like, soccer fans have already been like Jags fans and Shad Khan buying the Jags. I don't know how many Fulham fans there are because of that. Because I think people already had their teams.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of crossover there is my point.
No, but
like I would root for Fulham, and I'm interested in Fulham just because that's what I know, but I never, I don't care about any other soccer team.
That's fair. I think, though, like I like Chelsea, right? But in fairness, and if you like Tottenham or Arsenal or anybody like that, I think you can somewhat like Fulham in the way of Fulham is never going to challenge your team if you like one of the top tier teams, right? So, like, you're not going to die hard with Fulham, but, like, if they're playing, like, oh, okay, I can get with it. But because I don't think, like, as a Chelsea fan, I'm never going to, like, worry about them overtaking Chelsea in, like, the Premier League standings. Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah, you've got us on to soccer. Get us off quickly, please. Brent Martin, Casey Kurtz, live at Eagle Landing Golf Club out here in the, I would say, Oakleaf area is probably Oakleaf Plantation. If you're familiar with that. Dream 18 card discount, by the way, here at Eagle Landing Golf Club. Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com. You know what's fun about the golf world? We just did it again. I came out here because I knew I was doing the show, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to play at 10:20, and so I did. Mm-hmm. There weren't many tee times left. There's not many tee times left at any golf course. So I joined with a couple of guys that I had never met, and they were very cool. It was a good round of golf with them.
Sign any autographs?
No autographs, not yet, unless they come back. Claude and Derwin, those guys are retired Navy.
Okay.
Retired Navy Chiefs, I think.
Thank you
which
for your
sounds like
service.
a big deal. Yes. I was asking them a little bit about the military and their service and everything else, but I just love that part of the game. You go meet some people and conversation, and I would say 9 out of 10 times you find people like you learn something. or you have a good time. Like I can't really remember a time that I'm like, golly, I can't believe I got paired with this guy or gal or whatever. Like, has that happened to you?
No. Not. I've never been miserable. No.
Yeah. So anyway, it's I think it's pretty fun. That's a fun part about the game of golf, in my opinion. And we had a good day out here at Eagle Land. Greens are rolling, man.
Did you play well?
Greens are rolling good. I played well. You didn't see my tweet?
No, I didn't. Let me see.
I shot a 35 on the front.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the second time I've ever been under par.
Did you cheat? Oh, here it is.
No, second time I've ever been under par on 9 holes, I believe.
Wow.
You were just talking about this yesterday, memorable rounds of golf.
What tees did you play from?
We played the blue tees.
Okay. All right.
And played well, man. I just rolled it in. I mean, the greens were really good, and I have not been putting well, but I rolled it pretty well. So I knew I was about to go shoot like a 50 on the back. I doubled 10.
That's tough.
Bogeyed 11. Birdied 12, though.
Okay.
So that's my third birdie of the day. That's a lot for Brent.
Yeah, okay.
Then I go like par, I think. And then 15 to 18 is tough. And we're into the wind. And I hit a poor iron shot into a bunker. And I had to carry another bunker. And instead it got plugged in the lip. And so I made double there.
Yeah.
And then you got a 220-yard par 3 into the wind. I tried to cut down a driver. That's how long I thought it was.
Jeez.
I was playing like 245, I thought. Didn't go so well. Yeah. Should have probably made a 6, hit a good chip, and made 5. So there's another double.
Okay.
So that's 3 doubles on the back.
Yeah.
And then I parred 17 and then bogeyed 18. So 35-43. That's where we're at.
I see why you didn't post the second part of the scorecard.
I just haven't got to it. Nobody was really interested. So until you just asked.
Ty
was interested. Ty is like, so, I was like, well, if I went under par both rounds or both nines, I probably would have bragged about it.
Just to confirm, texting Ty at school, correct?
I think he got out early today. I thought he might even join me on the backside here. The kids are like getting out of school early and going in late. I mean, it's like.
Well, I was just about to say, is it
sophomore-itis or something?
I was just going to say, is it senior privileges? But your kids aren't that old, so no.
No, I don't know what's going on. Steph does that.
Okay, cool.
She's in charge of that.
Awesome, very good.
We're in charge of trying to get Kaylee a W tonight.
Good luck.
And I really have no control over that.
None at all, actually. But yeah, good luck.
But I'm going to feel like I do. We got to get her mentally right. So, good night of high school sports last night. Again, by the way, if you missed it on Action Sports Jax on CBS 47 and Fox 30, we had like 6 games plus UNF softball. UNF softball won again today. And how about the game last night? Bishop Kenny has played some of the greatest games like in high school history in their athletic department. And I only know 2 of them. But way back in the day, Johnny Wolford was playing for them. They played Clay in a playoff game. And see, the folks at Bishop Kenny don't love me bringing this up because they lost. Mm-hmm. But it was an epic game. It was 74-73. Clay won. 74-73 in a playoff game.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Johnny Wolford, I think, had 10 touchdowns that day.
Holy cow.
10.
Well, that makes sense. 70. So, yeah, okay.
And, well, last night, the softball team goes out to the Panhandle, and they go to the 17th inning scoreless with West Florida High. 17th inning, 17. Scoreless.
Okay. At any point in time, do they start with a runner on second?
I don't think they do it. No, they don't do that. They do it like in travel ball and stuff. But you can't do that in the playoff game, Texas tiebreaker.
In the 17th inning, you can.
And so anyway, Bishop Kenny scores 3 in the top half. You're like, well, all right, they're going to pull it out. West Florida scored 4 times to walk them off and win it in the bottom half of the inning. Can you believe that? You played 16 innings of scoreless softball, and then there were 7 runs in the 17th inning. Sports crazy, man.
That's unfortunate, but that's crazy. What a game.
What I say, we have some folks that we know play for Bishop Kenny, and I said, man, that sucks that you lost. Like, it's a real bummer. You hate losing. You probably had 55 opportunities to win. It's one of those games. Like, how those games go. But, I mean, it is all about, memories and stories. And they took a 5-hour bus ride to the Panhandle. They played an epic game. They even come out on the losing end. They probably got ice cream and a late dinner and got back at 5 in the morning. I mean, they'll forget that they lost the game down the road. It'll be all about the experience.
They had to bus 5 hours?
Yeah.
And then played 17 innings?
Well, they actually bust the day before.
Still?
Yeah, so they were busted the day before. I'm assuming they came back last night. I don't know how that goes, but
those poor kids.
Poor kids. Come on, man. It's fun. Poor kids. You know, Kaylee wants to win so bad tonight because she wants a bus ride. Like, she wants to go play like a Popka or somebody else, so they take like a charter bus in the postseason.
Kaylee's built different, man.
That's what. No, but I think like they like that. They enjoy the time on the bus. It's a different experience. I think like what you're saying is like poor kids. Like, I don't think they're saying poor kids. I think they're like, that was awesome. That was kind of a cool experience. I wish we won, though.
I hope they are saying, I hope that they're all saying that. But I'm just thinking if it were me and we bust 5 hours and then lost in the 17th inning, I'd be miserable. I'd jump out the bus. It would be miserable.
Hopefully that didn't happen. I do think I think there is a little bit of a difference, like in the boys and girls in baseball and softball. Like, the baseball kids might look forward to the bus ride. I feel like the girls look forward to the bus ride more. Like, they're having more fun on the bus, probably, is my guess. Like, I have no idea. But, like, I don't hear Ty say, man, I hope we get a bus ride to, like, the Panhandle. I hear Kaylee's like, I really want to get a bus ride. Like, she was bummed they were playing Oakleaf because it's, like, just down the road. So she wanted to go play like 3 hours away.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really weird. But
whatever makes them happy, you know?
Whatever. Hey,
I'm not judging.
I told Steph, I was like, Steph, you should make signs tonight at the game, and like all the parents should hold them up, just play for the bus ride.
Yeah, I was just going to say they'll be saying bus ride in the last inning for Kaylee to close it out.
I mean, I didn't know it was that important to him, but anyway, congrats to Bishop Kenny softball for an epic game. It's unfortunate they lost. I heard, by the way, I haven't seen a box score from that game, but I heard the opposing pitcher struck out 38.
She pitched the whole time?
No, I don't even think. I think Bishop Kenny's pitcher did, which means she probably threw north of 250 pitches in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe over 300. But I think I heard correctly, 38 strikeouts, and the girl actually didn't even finish the game. Like, somebody else came in. 38 strikeouts in a game. It's like, hey, what's your career high in strikeouts
30.
in a game? 38? No, for a game. Yeah, 38.
I got so much respect for both teams. You have no idea.
I say it all the time, man. I learned more this year, even though Kaylee's been pitching. Well, I have so much respect for those pitchers. Like, I'm not sure I could have been the dad with my kid pitching in a scoreless game through 16 innings.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have needed like a rescue getting out of there.
It's probably true.
We'll take a break. We're at Eagle Landing Golf Club. More baseball playoffs, by the way, Friday and Saturday. Congrats to all the teams moving on, and congrats to the other teams, too. It's so tight around here. Some of these games are so close, and just got to get a break here or there and play well this time of year. So good luck to everybody playing. We'll talk more football when we come back. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 here on a Thursday edition, live from Eagle Landing Golf Club.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Breezy today and partly sunny. A few brief scattered showers. Highs only in the 70s, dropping to near 60 tonight. And tomorrow will be partly cloudy. A scattered shower, perhaps a thunderstorm. Your Friday high near 80. I'm TV meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds.
Beards has higher quality diamonds for less money than any other store.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at ActionSportsJaxDream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to ActionSportsJaxDream18.com.
Hey, boss, welcome back.
Good to be back.
So, how was your vacation?
Stressful. It started off with the airline losing my luggage.
What?
Yeah, had to wear the same underwear for 2 weeks.
Ew.
I did have a good thing happen, though. I stopped our warehouse from getting broken into.
Wait, what? While you were on vacation?
Yeah, gotta say, it's a good thing you talked me into getting Safe Touch security for the warehouse.
So what happened?
Well, the Safe Touch app notified me of a trespasser, right? So I was able to log in and scare him away before he had a chance to break in.
And you did this on vacation from 1,000 miles away?
Yep. And this is another glowing example of why we crooks gotta stick to the golden rule, stay away from Safe Touch houses. The love-hate relationship with Safe Touch continues.
When you choose Safe Touch, you get so much more than an alarm system. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. All this personalized service starting as low as $1 a day.
Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
We teamed up with Shady Rays Sunglasses, and it's been awesome. Jump in the fun at shadyrays.com. Put in promo code BRENT, B-R-E-N-T, for 50% off 2 pair of shades. Shadyrays.com. Head into summer in style on beach days, fishing days, golf days, every days. Perfect price, look great, and how about this? If you lose or break your Shady Rays, no problem. You'll get another pair. It's an insane lost and broken protection plan. Style, fit, performance just for you. ShadyRays.com. Promo code BRENT for 50% off 2 or more pair of Shady Rays.
Jose, how much longer till this dough's ready?
No one can bake gluten-free vegan goodies better than Surrey.
Wait, both Jim and Marion's last days are the same day?
But he needs to whip up a new shift lead without interviews burning his time.
Gotta get interviewing before my calendar is cooked. Oh, can you stop?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
God, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending Ooma and their all-in-one phone, video, and collaboration solution.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Ooma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Ooma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
You got to be tired of living with chronic pain, knee pain, joint pain. Well, listen carefully, because now there are new treatments available. Not talking surgery, and we're not talking steroids. These are regenerative treatments from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Hey, everybody, this is Brent Martineau. QC Kinetics is the leader in these exciting biologic therapies that help restore and repair damaged tissue in your joints with lasting results. If you've got pain in your knees, your shoulders, hip, or back, joint pain that just won't go away, you need to check out these new treatments with astonishing patient satisfaction reports. They can actually help your body restore and repair itself with no downtime, no drugs, no surgery. Call now to schedule your free consultation at QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522, 904-274-5522. You need to learn more about how biologic therapies are changing the way we think about dealing with joint pain. It's exciting stuff, so don't wait. Call today, QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522.
We're giving away $1,000 5 times every weekday in the ESPN 690 Payroll Payout. Listen live weekdays at 8 a.m., 10, noon, 2, and 5 p.m. for your chance to win. This is a nationwide contest. Message and data rates apply. Get the complete rules now at ESPN690.com.
Tyreek caught that ball like a punt, right? He was standing still. I saw it was a wobbly pass, but it's not that big of a deal. It's a big deal for the Dolphins social team not understanding that that wasn't a good throw. They even put the rocket emoji on the throw to make it seem like it was better than it was. But it ultimately,
they told on themselves. Key, they put the rocket emoji on the. Oh.
They put the rocket emoji on there. So I'm like, the social team clearly doesn't understand that wasn't a good throw.
I don't know. Who was that? Was that Kellerman and somebody else? But that was the whole Tua where I said, was that a punt?
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, that was so bad. I mean, you've got to be so careful this day and age, I think, of sharing that. That's probably some 21-year-old kid. Just got the intern, maybe.
Don't count on it.
Social media, first day on the job. You know?
Oh, you can count on that. Did you see, though, that the Dolphins posted a social media coordinator job today?
Did they really?
Yeah, like I think I'm assuming the dude didn't get fired, but
no, he couldn't get fired.
Maybe it was just poor timing because I saw it floating around Twitter and I was like, wait a minute, and then they posted a job today for social media. So
let's just say this: I hope he didn't get fired for that. That would be ridiculous. Maybe he quit.
Well, that is true.
But I hope not.
Yeah.
Brent Morton live at Eagle Landing Golf Club, Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690, and Casey Kurtz back in the Action Sports Jax studios.
Harry Kane scored again.
Wow.
It's 2-0.
2-0. There you go. I'm excited. Harry Kane.
You sound it.
Can we stop with the Harry Kane updates? Really
I don't even like Harry Kane, to be honest, but I can tell it's throwing you off, so now I kind of enjoy it.
Like, how big is Harry Kane? Like, give
Massive.
me a quarterback in the NFL relative to Harry Kane. He's not Mahomes, so don't say Mahomes.
I wasn't going to. Who's a bit overrated but's pretty good?
Bit overrated, pretty good. Kyler Murray.
I give you that. We'll go with that. We'll go with Kyler Murray. Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's very good, but
It's a good question, actually, right there.
Yeah, he's a bit overbilled for what he actually is, but he's pretty good. He's solid.
Solid. That's the Gus line of he's solid. That usually means bad.
Well, okay. Well, not in this he scored 2 goals today. Like, he's good, but like he's not. He's not great.
I don't. Who else in the league is like that in the NFL?
Like overrated, but just a little bit.
Yeah, but pretty good, right? Good. I mean, listen, Kyler Murray's a good player. Would you take him on your team? Yes. Is he overrated? I think so.
Yeah.
But who else fits that category? I mean, listen, I'm going to take the young guys out of it. I mean, is the generational stuff a bit overrated on Trevor Lawrence? Well, after last year, probably. But I'm talking about guys that have been in the league now. How about Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah, I think that's an easy thing to make right now for sure. Well, is anybody thinking highly of Tannehill right now? After the playoff game? I hear what you're saying.
They have, right? I mean, Tannehill, heck, they invested in him, and now all of a sudden they've invested behind him.
Well, that's true.
How about Kirk Cousins? Yeah, but see, here's the deal. I don't feel like Kirk Cousins is overrated. He actually might be underrated.
You brought up his name. You brought up his name, and then you were like, wait, no, never mind.
Well, I know. It's just kind of bouncing around to see kind of quarterbacks that are a little polarizing. But
I got one you're going to agree with.
Kirk Cousins' numbers are ridiculous.
They are.
I mean, just the reason Kirk Cousins, I think people don't like Cousins. Something rubs people the wrong way on Cousins, number one. And number two, he just hasn't won big enough to put himself in a stratosphere that we should talk about him the way his numbers warrant. I mean, his numbers are ridiculously good, year in, year out. He's a good quarterback, but I actually don't think people say he's that good. I think he might actually be underrated in terms of the pantheon of quarterbacks in the NFL.
I can get on board with that. The numbers are surprisingly okay for the hate he gets. I'm sure you'll jump right on this one, Matt Ryan.
Yeah, well, listen, I don't have a problem. Matt Ryan's been terrific. Matt Ryan's been very good. You could probably say throughout his career, he's a Hall of Famer, numbers-wise. And I think Matthew Stafford might have been in this category up until last year, by the way.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
Right? I mean, it would have been right here. Matthew Ryan is now Matthew Stafford, where Matt Ryan is getting – it just puts up these ridiculous numbers as his stats compile in his career. But what has he done in reality? How good is he? Has he got him to the Super Bowl? They should have won that Super Bowl. That would have changed the game, right? That would have put him in the Stafford category now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Matthew Ryan hater or a Matt Ryan hater. I'm more I feel like he's getting old quick. I feel like he had his prime already. And even though his age would indicate that, hey, quarterbacks like Brady and Rodgers and even others play still pretty good at this time of their career, I don't feel that from Matt Ryan. And in part is because he can't move. Yeah. And he's just, I say this about Brady. Brady can't move either, but he's so damn good mentally and everything else, and the game's so slow for him that it doesn't matter. I don't see that with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's not that much, just crazy good, slowing the game down, to the point where he can get away with being a statue. It bothers me how slow he is, how he can't move at all, and I think that hurts him. And I think it will continue to hurt him, quite frankly. He's in a good position in Indianapolis. But, yeah, I'm not a hater of Matt Ryan, for the record. I'm just not an all buy-in just because he went to Indianapolis. He doesn't scare me. Carson Wentz didn't scare me.
Shouldn't.
Quite frankly, Phillip Rivers at his stage of his career didn't scare me. In fact, Matt Ryan is very Phillip Rivers-esque at that age, where, again, he can't move, and he's not going to overpower you, and he's not going to, like, single-handedly win you football games. I just don't see it, where quarterbacks around the NFL can do that now.
You're coming for everybody right now.
Well, Matt Ryan, by the way, used to be able to do that for a stretch.
Yeah,
of course, he was loaded with talent, too, when he was doing that. But
that's fair. I got another good one for you, but I'm so happy that it came from Twitch in the comments.
Hey,
because
Twitch.
There's always it always says there's one person watching Twitch, right? And I've had Amanda, yeah, just one, but always there. And Amanda's like, it's not a real person, it's a bot, because she tries to watch on Twitch and it doesn't work. And I've told her this whole time, I'm like, there's somebody real on Twitch. So shout out to you on Twitch. And it's a great.
You don't even know their name?
Hold on. You know it cuts off. Say you're 3.
All right.
Or more. There could be more to there. So
maybe there's a few people watching.
Yeah,
3 or something.
Anyway, perfect comparison for this, Dak Prescott. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. That's perfect. That's Harry Kane is Dak Prescott.
Okay.
He's good. Like, Dak is good. Is he worth the money? Maybe. He's good. You don't want to get rid of him. We take him on our team, right? Little overrated because he plays for the Cowboys. And it's perfect. That's so well done.
Yeah, that's good. By the way, I think there are a lot of guys that fit this because depending on how you want to look at it, we are going to go from a time where we probably didn't give enough credit to Derek Carr, and you watch how this shifts going into the latter part of this year if they're not like one of the top 3 teams in the AFC, and especially a top team in the AFC West, and that's a tough division to do that. It is going to shift to this conversation of he's overrated. Or he's not doing enough. Or he's good, but he's not good enough. Because I think what happens with Dak, I think what happens even with Cousins, I think what's happened now with Derek Carr, we'll see if it happens, is the dollars catch up to him. And so when you're making $40 million a year, are you playing like a $40 million quarterback?
Yeah.
Because to me, your $40 million quarterback should really stand out. And I understand that's the nature of the game right now, and the numbers are inflated, and heck, Tom Brady's going to get $37.5 million just to call a game. So I'm not knocking them for making the money. But if you're going to play, like in the NBA, if you're going to play and be the max contract guy, you better be a stud.
Right.
Because your expectations just went up. If you're Manny Machado and Bryce Harper and Mike Trout and those guys, and you're signing those kind of deals, well, this is what hurt Harper at first, like when he signed that deal. Until now, in the last couple of years, he's taken off, right? And he's performing to that level. Trout has always done it. Guys like Machado quietly does it, I think. But like Kershaw, when you sign those kind of deals, you separate yourself. And I think the problem right now in the NFL, it's like the going rate for a quarterback that's been pretty decent to good is $40 million plus. I'm not sure all these guys can live up to that $40 million salary that they're now grouped in. I just think the teams have been forced to pay that much because they think they have their quarterback.
You do what you got to do. I mean,
well, you have to pay them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the going rate, but still, like, I think even if it's the going rate, like, you're opening up to criticism. Like, if you're going to make that money, you got to be that guy. I understand it's a going rate, but draft a guy, you know? It's such a weird thing that the only option is $40 million or rookie deal. Like, there's no in between, hardly at all. Like, there's Jameis Winston, and then there's no in between besides Jameis.
That's a great call, man. Go do me a favor while you can. See if you can get a quarterback pay scale. Because I think what's happening, see, you take a Patrick Mahomes, right? You sign him to a 10-year deal. Well, that's the barometer. Patrick Mahomes, the way he's played football, the projection of what he is and will be and continue to be, is worth the biggest contract at the time or whatever it was, $500 million. I see it. What they're saying about Derek Carr, which is why I like this deal for both player and for team, it's like, you know what? You're starting to show like you're one of the upper echelon quarterbacks in the NFL. We really don't believe it, though. And so we're going to give you a 3-year deal, not a 10-year deal.
Right.
So that's what the money says. I think the most fascinating guy to look at right now is, and really a couple of them, the Kyler Murrays. How much does Arizona really want to pay him? How much has he done? How much will he have earned? Well, maybe it's not the $40 million or $45 million. It's instead, we're signing him to a 7-year deal. No, a 4-year deal. let's go 3 years and see this thing so we don't get buried in case we're wrong. I don't know where that leaves a guy like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, I really feel like the Ravens are all in, and they're going to be all in. And I got a feeling his deal is going to be not 10 years, but probably more like a 6-year deal. And that means they're riding or dying with Lamar Jackson to get them to the promised land. By the way, Lamar's been terrific. He's done a lot of good things. But I still think there's this polarizing opinion outside of the Baltimore headquarters, at least, that says, okay, he's going to be Patrick Mahomes good for the next decade. And I just think the years now indicate more how much a team likes or thinks of their quarterback, maybe than the actual dollar amount, because you just got to pay X amount of dollars to be in the ballgame.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, the Lamar Jackson part of that's interesting. But I pulled this up, by the way, the salaries. So it's literally –
what you got? Sorry.
Yeah, it's literally – so you have guys on the rookie deal, Herbert, Lance, Wilson, Tua, Trevor, Danny, Murray, and then you go into the Baker, Darnold, who got the options picked up at 18, Carr at 19, Dak at 19. This is just for this year. Lamar at 23, Russ at 24, 26. But you literally jump from 9 to like 16 and up with like no cap. Actually, you really go from 18 because those are still first contract guys, Baker and Darnold. You go from 18 to like 20, and then you go from 20 to like 35 quickly.
Interesting. So, and that makes it fascinating when we're talking, like, Tannehill got a lot of money, you know.
Tannehill's the most highest cap number quarterback this year.
This year. See, they're paying their dues on that contract this year.
Yeah.
It's what happens when you front load and maybe they rework all this stuff. But I guess what? He ain't reworking, not after they just signed Malik Willis.
Yeah.
But I think that's what makes the Baker Mayfield situation very interesting. Because who wants to invest, like $18 million for a QB just isn't much anymore. I always say that about the Blake Bortles deal. Like, they're not – it sounds like an enormous amount of money, but given the rate of where you were paying a guy coming off an AFC Championship game, it wasn't a lot. Like, their deal was not that bad for Blake. Always will say it. If Blake had played well for one more year, the Jags are fine on that deal. He didn't. He played well for like one more month, and then it all unraveled. But that's like the Baker Mayfield one. I'm not sure people mind giving Baker Mayfield $18, $20 million. I don't think they want to give him it for 3 years, 5 years. They certainly don't want to do that right now, and I'm sure his side would like that at some point. Of course, that's what he wanted to get out of Cleveland in the first place. But I also don't see him going to like Geno Smith 1 year backup $7 million contract status.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how the heck is Baker Mayfield not on a team, not making any money, when Geno Smith is a backup for $7 million?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it has nothing to do with actually what you're going to get on the field. It might be that Geno Smith has seen a lot of football, been in a lot of systems, and he might be able to help Drew Lock more than somebody like Baker Mayfield, would be my argument there. I'm not saying it makes sense, but that's the only logical thing I can think of, because if you bring in a Baker Mayfield with a Drew Lock, like, who's mentoring who? There's no mentoring, and you could see Baker going out like kind of rogue, if you will. So I think that's why Geno Smith has a job and Baker, for lack of a better term, does not.
I don't think you're wrong, by the way. I think there's an element of that. I almost want to do this story. I think I might have to do this story soon, because I just want to know. If I don't do a story on TV or wherever, I'll just ask around and poke around and find out. But, like, what are the traits you're looking for in a backup quarterback? Because backup quarterback used to be like this veteran minimum, or you sign like a young player like a Jake Luton and you put him there, whatever it might be. Now we're backup quarterbacking, and by the way, Doug Peterson and the Eagles are the ones that changed this game.
True.
We're backup quarterbacking at $7 million a year, $5 million a year. C.J. Beathard, 2 years, $5 million. Like, that's a low-end one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy the amount of money spent on the backup quarterback, which, hey, by the way, those guys should probably thank Mahomes and Brady and everybody else for inflating the starting quarterback salary.
Yeah.
To get him to this point. But I think you're probably right. I think the Baker Mayfield as a backup, how will that be? Didn't people wonder that about Jameis Winston? How would he be if we bring him in as, like, the backup quarterback? Didn't they wonder that about Cam Newton?
Yes.
How will he be if he's the backup quarterback? The crazy thing about, and I always say this, I always come back to Blake, is like, Blake's got experience, resume, and he's not going to be a problem. Like, He'll be a good teammate, be a good guy in the room, I think. So that's where I'm a little confused that, okay, what makes the backup quarterback? Blake Bortles probably signed a 2-year, $2.5 million deal tomorrow with somebody.
You would think. I mean, I'm looking at some of these names for backups. It's, Blake could get a job, I would think.
Yeah, I would think, but there's something about Blake they don't like as a backup. Is it the fundamentals? Does he not have a strong enough knowledge of the game to tutor, mentor, whatever? I don't know. Those are things we don't know. But I ask myself those questions every time we bring up this topic. That was an interesting conversation about quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't even know how we got on here.
It started with Harry Kane.
Oh, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Thanks, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
See that? Your soccer is good for something.
I'm just trying to help,
Thanks, man. We'll be back. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690, live from Eagle Landing Golf Club here on a Thursday.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? Quality oil like Mobil 1 Full Synthetic can help you get more out of every mile. Got an older vehicle? Try Mobil 1 Full Synthetic High Mileage. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $37.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,000 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good, really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless, now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
I was advised by the guys on the show that I needed more swag. They didn't like my gas station sunglasses, and I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on sunglasses. Then I found Shady Rays. Fit, style, and performance without the big brand price tag and plenty of swag. How about this? If you lose or break your pair of Shady Rays, they send you a brand new pair. No worries on the golf course, fishing, or even on the beach. Every set of sunglasses bought means 10 meals to fight hunger in America as well. Make an impact with your purchase. Go to ShadyRays.com right now. Use the code BRENT for 50% off 2 or more pair of Shady Rays sunglasses.
You know what's great about getting older? The toys are way cooler. Spring is here, and it's playtime.
Yeah!
And One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, has slash loan rates across the board on all the toys. Motorcycles, jet skis, boats, RVs, ATVs, even golf carts. And it's fun and potentially dangerous. One-to-One Financial has the perfect loan to help you finance it. Check out our rock-bottom rates and apply now at one-to-onefcu.org. Come out and play. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's where I take my family to play golf, and you can take yours as well. The Golf Club at Southampton. It's the home of the Action Sports Jax Dream 18, and it can be your golf destination. Enjoy your golf experience by calling 287-PLAY, 287-PLAY. Play some golf or maybe practice some golf at one of the newest facilities in the area. Grab some lunch or dinner, too. Southampton has it all. 287-PLAY for tee times and more. The Golf Club at Southampton, the home of the Dream 18. My home course. Make it your home course, too.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Never paint your house again.
Hey, business owners. If you are one of the 2.5 million small businesses in Florida, you know that the outside of your business is the first chance your company has to make an impression. We have been helping our commercial clients for over 20 years. we have become known as the company to call when your business needs a facelift. Call Rhino Shield today or visit us online. The bottom line with Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint again.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
Hey everybody, it's Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jax. There's a good chance you have a smart speaker, so use it with ESPN 690. Stay up to date on the Jags and all things sports by telling Alexa or Google to play ESPN 690. It's as easy as that. Make sure you listen weekdays 3 until 6 p.m. on ESPN 690.
Hey, the Jags getting ready for a rookie mini camp. A lot of the spring sports wrapping up, getting ready for the travel ball season perhaps, and a great way to recover for the Jags, for you athletes, for anybody, moms and dads, just from the daily grind of life, is iCryo down in St. Johns County at the Pavilion at Durbin Park. Cryotherapy chamber, red light therapy, the sauna, the compressions, all of it fantastic. We use it. We've been using it for months now, even before they opened. We're a little bit of the guinea pigs, and it was fantastic. The entire family now uses it. iCryo, St. Johns County, Pavilion at Durbin Park. They also have IV infusions, body sculpting, so a little bit of everything. Check them out. Download the iCryo app, and maybe we'll see you down in St. Johns County. I'll probably be there this weekend, so say hello. Stop in to iCryo, St. Johns County, in the Pavilion at Durbin Park.
Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz with you as well. I feel like it's been a productive first hour, Brent. We've learned some things. We found out the person on Twitch is indeed real. And by the way, they listen all the time, so shout out to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool. But anyway, that's something
we grow Twitch.
We really do. So
we haven't put a lot of effort into it. We need to.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually was at a stoplight on the way home last night because Twitch sent me an email because I'm like the registered account, and they were like, hey, you're so close to like affiliate status. I was like, oh, what is that?
Really?
So then, yeah, because we have a ton of stream time, 4 hours a day, and then we have followers, and there's somebody watching. So like, we got to work on Twitch. I don't know if I need to play people in FIFA or what, but anyway. Nonetheless, anywhere you're listening, by the way, is cool. We appreciate you, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or in your car, ESPN 690 on the radio. But I've seen this from a couple different people on the stream today, Brent. Something or nothing that the Jags have signed Jimmy Smith's son, Trey Smith.
Yeah, I think it's something, ironically, I just saw that on social media. I think I'd seen somebody else say it maybe earlier in the day. But I think that's really cool. Like, I don't know if it's like a big something, but I think it's cool. Opportunity is what people are asked for in the NFL. Let me ask this question. A lot of people, when Tim Tebow got opportunity under Urban Meyer, they said that was favoritism, blah, blah, blah. Does something like this fall in that category? And by the way, I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying, like, I don't think those same people are saying, some receiver out of Illinois State isn't now getting an opportunity because that's Jimmy Smith's kid,
Yeah.
Which they were saying about Tebow. And by the way, they're probably right about Tebow because he probably wasn't getting offers from anybody else. I didn't have as big of an issue with it at the time. I mean, it's kind of the way life works sometimes, people. And I don't have a problem with this one at all. It's just kind of an interesting connection where, like, I actually think it's a cool thing he's getting an opportunity because Jimmy Smith, part of the organization, maybe. Or if Jimmy Smith had never played for the Jacksonville Jaguars, would they be signing Trey Smith anyway?
Yeah, I think it's
no idea.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's interesting to think about, but as far as I understand it, like Jimmy Smith hasn't been out here pounding the table like sign my son, right? So I think it has to do with him being talented. And if you really think about it, Brent, I think it's more of building that pipeline from Wyoming to Jacksonville. This is like the third or fourth dude we have now from Wyoming. So I think it's more of just keeping that pipeline fresh and just keep building it.
Yeah, here's the one issue when you do this, right? And this can make it difficult too, but all they want is an opportunity, and it doesn't matter the consequences of the opportunity. But if he doesn't make the team and he's not good enough to make the team, you also have to cut Jimmy Smith's kid.
Yeah, that is going to be tough.
Yeah.
But
that's part of it. I mean, listen, guys in this business, people in this business, they do hire their friends. They do hire people that are closely connected, knowing also that they might have to fire them.
Yeah.
So that's just part of it.
I mean, at least it's a position where you need some depth at running back, right? And you drafted one, but if James Robinson's not fully healthy, then you only have two. So maybe there is an opportunity for him to make the team. And we'll see what happens, obviously, in training camp and everything. But I think at least being a running back, that's interesting because that's a position that you kind of need the depth at right now.
Yeah, and listen, I'll say this. I don't care about all the semantics of it all. I think it's great for Jimmy Smith's son, Trey, and he has to be talented enough to get this opportunity. And he is. Like, we've seen him. I've shown highlights of him out of there at Wyoming. I'm a sucker for the story, man. Like, I think it's cool. I think that's a pretty neat tie-in to see that. Heck, Tom Coughlin once had his son-in-law on his team.
His son-in-law?
Yeah. His daughter was married to the offensive lineman.
Oh.
Snee. Chris Snee.
Okay.
I think that's the story. I got that right? Yeah.
I don't know if you got it right, but, like, I didn't know if it was something I was supposed to know, so that's why I was treading lightly. Like, I didn't know if his son-in-law was, like, that dude, and it made more sense, but now that you're kind of telling me it, I see where
that
you're
happened
going.
in, like, New York.
Yeah, no,
and he
I'm
was
with
good.
you now. Oh,
By
he
the way,
was
he was
good.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris Snee was good. Like, he
lost.
played for the Giants for, like, I don't know, 8 years or something.
That is a good run.
Yeah, I think he's part of the Super Bowl teams. So it does happen. All right, we take a break. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. We're live at Eagle Landing Golf Club out here in Oakleaf Plantation area. Be here until 6 at Action Sports Jax OT. Coming up at 6 o'clock, and then we hand off to the Jumbo Shrimp. Be right back. Let's talk more football. Talk a little bit more about this schedule, what it could look like. Primetime games, does it matter to you? That's next on ESPN 690.
Now is the time to get an estimate on replacement windows. American Window Products of Jacksonville is a high-volume dealer offering a huge selection of products to keep your costs low. New windows from American Window Products can lower your energy costs and increase your curb appeal and security, all without breaking the bank. Call American Window Products for a free estimate at 904-667-0873 or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
At Community First, our mortgage champions offer you low rates, quick closings, and no origination fees. Apply now at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
How would you like to relieve inflammation, headaches, anxiety, arthritis, even joint pain? Improve your sleep, maybe a 500-calorie burn or an endorphin kick. Total body healing at iCryo. It's now open in St. Johns County at the Pavilion at Durban. One lifestyle service, just $39. Get special passes to save more on multiple lifestyle services. Cryotherapy, IV therapy, body sculpting, and more at iCryo. Elevate your lifestyle at iCryo. Now open in the Pavilion at Durban Park in St. Johns County.
Hey, boss, welcome back.
Good to be back.
So, how was your vacation?
Stressful. It started off with the airline losing my luggage.
What?
Yeah, had to wear the same underwear for 2 weeks.
Ew.
I did have a good thing happen, though. I stopped our warehouse from getting broken into.
Wait, what? While you were on vacation?
Yeah, gotta say, it's a good thing you talked me into getting Safe Touch security for the warehouse.
So what happened?
Well, the Safe Touch app notified me of a trespasser, right? So I was able to log in and scare him away before he had a chance to break in.
And you did this on vacation from 1,000 miles away?
Yep. And this is another glowing example of why we crooks gotta stick to the golden rule, stay away from Safe Touch houses. The love-hate relationship with Safe Touch continues.
When you choose Safe Touch, you get so much more than an alarm system. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. Our family of skilled operators is always there for you and your family.
Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
This year, CGC Water Treatment is celebrating 75 years in business. Happy anniversary to them. Put their experience to work for you. Discover how good your water can be with a new Connecticut softener and drinking water system. I've had mine for a handful of years now. Absolutely love it at the house. Connecticut's twin tank non-electric softeners are the most efficient softeners available, and their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. If you're not filtering your water, You are the filter. Don't be the filter. Call today and save hundreds, even thousands on a complete home solution for city and well water. Financing available with approved credit. And because the professionals at CGC Water are committed to being your go-to water experts, you can trust their master plumber with all your plumbing needs as well. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Right now you can take advantage of the $75 drain cleaning special. Call for details. CGC Water Treatment are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm a proud customer of CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Connecticut dealer.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. The top seeds in the East and West can advance to the NBA's conference finals with wins on the road tonight. Both games on ESPN TV. Coverage at 6:30 Eastern for the Heat and 76ers in Philadelphia. That game also here on ESPN Radio. Then it's Game 6 for the Suns and Mavericks in Dallas. After trailing by as many as 55 points against the Grizzlies in Game 5, Draymond Green of the Warriors says not to worry.
Just keep playing, you know, down by 55 or down by 5, lose by 50, lose by 5, you lost. It's one game in the loss column in the series, so you made too much of it.
Game 6 of that series back in San Francisco Friday night. 33-year-old Grizzlies GM Zach Kleiman is the NBA Executive of the Year. The Grizzlies had the league's second-best record this season at 56-26, tying the franchise record for wins. Kentucky Derby winner Rich Strike will skip the Preakness. Owner Rick Dawson says the plan is for Rich Strike to run in the Belmont Stakes.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Drew Holiday definitely helped seal the game, but there's no way they're in a position to even seal the game unless Giannis has this masterful performance.
It's Friday with Key, J, and Max. It all starts at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
They got to win, and they got to win early and often and do it in dominant fashion, just in my opinion, because McCarthy, he did struggle last year with clock management. So, let's hope that, Dak having a full offseason, not having to deal with an injury is going to help that camaraderie on offense, and that Mike McCarthy's got a new guy in his ear when it comes to clock management. Now, you could make the argument that he shouldn't be dealing with these types of issues this late into his coaching career, but that's a conversation for another time. Right now, I think everybody kind of views him as coaching for his job, and it's because of the amount of talent that the Cowboys have on that roster. Anything short of a Super Bowl is unacceptable for them at this point.
Gosh, that voice sounds familiar to me. I got to believe it's like somebody that's somebody that covers the Cowboys. Should I know the name?
You should know the name, but it's not a report. Like, it's not a reporter.
Oh, it's not?
Nah.
It's not Foxworthy. That wasn't Foxworthy, was it?
No. He used to play in Texas in his college days, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea.
Robert Griffin III.
Oh, yeah, he did. Baylor, yeah.
That's what I thought. My geography's not super good, so
I should have got that.
You should have. You really should have.
I lost RG3 from my radar.
Got to put him on, Brett.
Hey, shout out to Trey. I just here at Eagle Landing Golf Club, I had to grab a little lunch. Got a little burger. A little blue cheese burger.
Gross.
I knew something. Yeah, you either like that or you don't. I love it. And it was fantastic. But I just saw Trey came out, say he listens to the show all the time, asked me how my burger was. And
Trey,
I said, thanks for making the burger, man. It was really good.
Well, thanks for listening to the show, Trey. I'm not concerned about Brent's burger. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, Trey gets a shout out. I was thinking of that. Like there are some is it like fancy restaurants? Like have I been to a restaurant? I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant where the cook comes out.
Agreed. I haven't. I can promise you I haven't.
Like, but there are, like, do you just see that on the cooking shows? Like, who's the maniac guy that was on Fox? Like the
Hell's Kitchen guy, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
right?
so like when you eat at like those kind of like some of the places they do,
Yeah.
those upscale places, I feel like that was a thing. Like the cook would come out, or is that just part of the show?
I do understand what you're talking about. I think that it's a thing at like super expensive restaurants. Like I think it's a thing, but like I am at McDonald's, so I don't ever see the chef. You know?
Yeah, I hear you. I just want, like, I don't know. Is that should that happen more?
No.
Like you get a manager and stuff.
Yeah, like I hear you, but they're busy. You know,
Yeah,
like
I
it's a
know,
busy
yeah.
like, you know, and not everybody's Brent Martineau one, right? So like if it's Brent Martineau with his Sharpie in hand ready to sign autographs, I understand. But no, I think like you got to keep making the food, you know. That's your job. You got to, you know, you're doing your job. You don't really want to deal with all that other stuff. Like I guess if someone's like, "Hey, I really want to compliment the chef." Like, yeah, you go out there, but at the end of the day, like you keep doing your thing.
I don't know. I kind of think it would be cool if more restaurants had like the person cooking your food come out. Now, like you go to a pizza place and you know, like
That's
you can
true.
see the pizza people.
Yeah, that's
right.
true. Mm-hmm.
So that's a place that happens, and you kind of like that. You get to know the people.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like this might be a positive thing. Like, are you more apt to like the food you're eating if you've met the person cooking it?
No, I'm more apt to like the food if it's good. But keep in mind, if the chef has to come
Plays
out
with your psyche.
I don't think so. If the chef has to come out every single person, then just keep in mind, like every time you go to that restaurant, it's like 20 minutes longer. So when you complain that it's taken a while, remember he's making the rounds to every table. He or she.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
What do you mean you guess? It's just normal facts. He's got to walk in, walk out, go back. You know what I mean? Like, it's a thing.
I guess it could be like in some places too, because customers are like the worst, right?
You said
and customers are like the worst in like sometimes they're like parents in youth sports. Okay, not all bad, but that's where you have the problem sometimes. And
yeah.
So, like, I guess if you're coming out and you're greeting the customers as well, you know, here or there, and you do that, then maybe you run into the customers like a jerk, and then you got a scene on your hands.
Don't want that.
But anyway, I liked saying hey to Trey.
Yeah, we appreciate Trey.
The burger was good, and he watches the show. So that's how we got on here.
Yeah, if you listen to the show, you can come out to my table at any point in time. You know, that's fine.
Make sure you tell us.
Yeah.
Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz, Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. We're live at Eagle Landing Golf Club, where the golf is good and the food is good too. So you have that going for you. Speaking of like off the wall things,
sure.
I found another one today.
Toothpaste?
Nope, no toothpaste today.
What you got?
Steph must not have listened, by the way. So that was good the other day.
Yesterday.
But so today's is I'm calling. What did I call? I think I called a golf course. This happens a lot in the golf course industry. But you call a golf course and you get a message, right? And then it prompts you to go like, put 1 for the pro shop, put 2 for the restaurant. But like every business has it. Like if you go call the dentist's office, 1 for this and 2 for this. Is it like a rule or a thing or some consultant-driven thing that every time they do that and they say, hello, welcome to so-and-so, our menu options have recently changed? Like, how can they have every place always change?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, call somebody right now. Call somebody with a thing. I guarantee you it will say our menu options have recently changed. Like when?
So
like
listen
3 years
carefully
ago?
to hear yours. Yeah, I know.
Like 3 years ago?
I mean, it's
3 days ago?
It's probably not something that gets updated a lot. So they update it every single time they change, and then thus it makes sense. Our menu options
I think it's a
have been
BS
changed.
move. I don't think so. I think they're trying to avoid you skipping past. They want you to hear it all. It's almost like an advertisement sooner or later. That's what I would do. Be like, you get to like, if I'm calling a golf course, you put the golf course at like number 4 on the number, but at number 3 you have like an ad.
Our call service sponsored by Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Continue listening to find out if you need the restaurant or the golf course.
That's right. Hit 4 if you're at the 1 for the general manager, 2 for the whatever. And by the way, 3, well, you don't have to say 3, but yeah, then you throw your ad in, and then now you go to 3 and 4. So that might be a smart move.
Yeah, I like it. But
anyway, I like run into these things sometimes. I'm asking myself, I'm like, how can it? I seriously asked myself today, when I called whatever I call it, I think it was a golf course, I'm like, how does this always happen? Like how it's every place that has an answering service, their menu has recently changed.
Yeah, they're busy. I don't know.
They're not.
But in fairness,
it's a thing to catch you because they don't want you just hitting buttons.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like who knows the buttons by like memory that they know which one to hit? Like you still have to listen for your one.
I do think like if you call, I mean there are some places you could, like I know if I call Southampton or St. John's Golf and Country Club, I've called them for 12 years. I know what number to hit. Sometimes it's not 1 to get to the pro shop. It's like 2 to make a tee time. And I know, so I just, boom, right away.
I'll be honest with you, though, Brent. Most people use the internet. Like I don't.
Yeah, but I don't. I like calling on my tee times. I don't trust the internet. And you get like fees. And a lot of it, like so I could have called today, and got Golf Now.
You could have.
Okay, but then I'm paying the Golf Now fees, and I'm afraid my credit card's getting charged instead of paying when I get here with the Dream 18 card. Good setup, Casey, and saving some money.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
no, I hear you.
Plus, what if you do have to cancel? Now the golf courses don't love it, but if you have to cancel, even if it's like an hour before, you're not getting charged, unless they're holding your credit card.
True.
Then I think there are some places that can charge. I don't know the exact rules. So that's why I call. I don't like using the I'll look them up on Golf Now. I'll be like, hey, I just found like 946, but I seldom will actually book it on Golf Now.
Okay. Brent Martineau's scared of the internet.
Free advertising for Golf Now, by the way.
Well, not really, because you kind of trashed him, right?
No, I didn't. I mean, that's where you look up your time, see what's left, see what's available, without calling, and then you're like, okay, hey, I just saw on Golf Now you got a 946. Book me.
All right, very
then
good.
You don't have to go through the song and the dance of, do you have anything available? Okay, what about this? Well, you've already made up your mind because you saw it's available. See?
I do see, but I'm struggling with it. I understand everything you're saying. It all makes sense, but I think we should just move on.
You don't have to do everything on the internet.
I think we should just move on, to be honest.
You don't have to do everything on the internet.
Look, first of all, look who's talking. You've never not had your phone in your hand. I know you don't right now, and you're going to hold up your hands and be like, look. But literally, your phone, you always have your phone. You're on the internet 25/8, so don't give me that, Brent Martin. No, I'm not taking it on a Thursday.
Yeah, well, not for my golf tee times.
Learn something new. I'm telling you, we're educating today. Just me. Everybody else is like, what are you talking about? I'm learning things today. That's important.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's talk some football. That's what they're here for, maybe. Primetime games matter. It mattered to Doug Peterson a little bit, which, again, I talked a little yesterday. We heard from Doug. I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
Does it matter to players? Does it matter to fans?
I think it does. Like, there's like a sense of, well, if it's Thursday night against the Titans, no. But I think there's like a sense of pride, obviously, you can have on a Monday or a Sunday. And I think in the night games I've been to in Jacksonville as a fan, it's been a really good environment. And I feel like the last couple of games at night they've won, well, at home, right? I'm trying to think. The one where it rained and Minshew played.
Yeah, that was Miami, yep.
Yeah, they won that. And then the Seattle game was at night. They won that. I'm sure they lost to Tennessee somewhere in there. But it's always a good environment is the point of the story. So I think, yeah, it does matter. And if you could get a Sunday or even a Monday, then I think the environment just goes up a tick because everybody understands what that means. So for the fans, yeah, I would say it matters to get a Sunday or a Monday or a Thursday that's not against the Titans. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think this conversation fits right in the psyche of what we've talked about in the past, like how do the national people think about the Jags, right? And it's always been a slap in the face to the Jags, slap in the face to the Jags. Jags stink. Now, they haven't done anything to help that out. But I think this falls in line with that conversation. It's almost like this badge of honor. They think something of us. We're going to get a couple. Well, I think Jags fans now are savvy enough to know, like, do you expect the Jags to get more than one primetime game? Like, I think they're going to get the token primetime game. And by the way, if you're counting, like, the Pro Football Hall of Fame game, like, I'm not. Like, it's preseason. That's why the Jags have, like, a preseason primetime game usually, is because they only have one in the regular season.
Yeah.
But, like, there's word out today, like, Chicago's going to have, like, 4 or 5 of them.
See, and that's stupid. Like, I understand they're a brand, right? Cool, whatever. Like, the Bears suck. Like, the Bears might be worse than the Jags. Like, I was listening to some stuff from pretty reputable people. Like, I can't exactly remember who, but I I have a couple names floating around my head, but I don't want to misquote. But, like, there's thought that the Bears might, like, have the first pick bad. Like, if Fields, they have Fields, but what else do they have? Look at their team. They're not very good. So, yeah, I don't need to see the Bears lose 5 times on Sunday and Monday night. I really don't. I don't care that they're a brand. Give me, like, Trevor Lawrence. And I know that's a little biased, but in general, give me anybody else than the Bears who might be horrible.
But, of course, Chicago's what? The 3rd biggest market in the country. So ratings matter. And do they matter? Like, I can tell you now, like, I don't really think that matters much. And the NFL's going to be a king of the week regardless of ratings. Like, they are going to be big ratings. They are going to split it now between the Amazons and whoever buys it locally and whatever else. But, like, there are going to be viewers. So you don't have to worry about that. Jags play the Texans. There are going to be viewers.
Yeah.
And will there be bigger games? Absolutely. If you had the Bucks and the Packers on, it's going to be a monster number. So, sure, you'd like some of that. But my point is, you're not going to have that every week. It doesn't matter what matchup you have. And, like, having the Jags, having the Chicago, having the Jets, Jets are a good example here because they're a New York market, but having Houston, which also is a big market, but doesn't feel like it's going to turn out the numbers like a New York or an L.A. If you have those, like, it's not going to hurt the NFL. It's not going to hurt the ratings that much. Like, there's a base number of ratings that's already bigger than anything else going on that night. So, like, that's why I don't understand they don't put more of these teams on and give them another nod. But I'll tell you this, the Jags, I want to say, got 2 games after the 2017 season, and they had the one flexed against the Steelers because they were so bad by that point. They got flexed out of it.
Yeah.
And so they had a chance to be on Sunday Night Football, I think it was, for the first time in forever, and they missed it because they were so bad. But even coming off an AFC Championship game where it looked like, well, by the way, they had like the most entertaining defense. They were a good football team that was bringing back a lot. They still only got 2 games.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
fair.
thought for sure that year they would get a minimum of 3. Because, again, you could project, like, hey, Jags might do this again. And they were doing it again for the first month until it all collapsed. But I guess the other part of this is even Chicago, however many times they end up, if it's 4, if it's 5, there's so many flexing opportunities now. Like, that used to be reserved for a small window. Now it's like weeks 5 through 15, I think it is, the Sunday night game can change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot of different games that could look different on the schedule. And so basically the last 6 weeks of the year is a constant flex by the NFL.
It feels like it doesn't get used that much.
Well, I think it gets used more than you think. I mean, there's a lot of jockeying around from like 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Like, they use the flexes there too.
Yeah,
like you're thinking Sunday night and Monday night, and I get you because they really don't want to do that. I think people have made plans. I think fans have made plans. I think teams have built around the schedule the way it looks. And sometimes those windows, what are they, like 12 days out, I guess, or 11 days out. And like I just think the NFL would rather not, unless it's like, okay, we got to do this. And so I think you're seeing that Sunday, Monday be a little bit less flexed. But there's still a lot of like 1s and 4s and things that go into that second half of the window on Sunday that get moved around. So, and the Jags have actually been jockeyed around a little bit there. And then, of course, the NFL will wait now pretty much for that last game of the year to see where they want to put people on what might unfold, which I think is fine, by the way. The NFL part of this, doing this, is fine. Like, I think it's good. It means the better games are in the spotlight, and I mean, you're not getting stuck with a couple of 3-win teams. Like, that's cool. Like, that's fine. I, for one, don't care how many primetime games the Jags have. It's fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I think there is something to be said for the rhythm of the season, although it really hasn't helped the Jags, so maybe there isn't anything to be said, that you're playing all your games, let's just say, at 1 o'clock. I think it's really tricky for those teams like that are in, like Tampa Bay, who will be on Sunday night, and then Monday night, and then Thursday night, and then Thanksgiving Day, and then the Christmas Day game. And then, I mean, you go through a 17-game season, and you played at like 1 o'clock 3 times.
True.
You know? Like, again, you're talking about creatures of habit with these athletes and coaches, and they're not really getting to experience that. So it'll be interesting to see. I think fans would love like one more game and not your token – whoever it might be. Obviously, Nobody wants to see the Titans and the Jags anymore.
No.
Well, we didn't have that last year. We had the Bengals, and it was a good football game.
True.
I mean, Jags blew it, but it was a good football game.
Yeah.
You know, and that was a good, like, the Jags have embarrassed themselves on national TV many a times. Like they didn't last year. Trevor Lawrence played good football. Jags played good football. It looked like they were onto something, and then, well, the second half happened, and then Urban Meyer didn't take the plane home, and then the bar happened, and a lot happened.
Now we're sad again.
And now we got sad, yeah.
So
anyway, I think we're going to see a game. I mean, I think we always see one. I would highly doubt we'll see another game, though.
Let me
the
ask,
Jags aren't getting a Sunday night or Monday night game, right?
Probably not, but let me ask you this. Do you think it helps that most of the schedule is big brand teams? The Raiders are always in prime time. The Cowboys are always in prime time. The Giants, who are horrible, are always in prime time. You play the Eagles. You play Washington. You play the Chargers, who now have Herbert. Like, aren't there opportunities? Because bad Giants games are in prime time all the time. Like, you do play these huge brand teams. Does that help?
I think this year it could help, to your point, right? I mean, but here's the thing. I lost a little bit. You know what else happened? Was that 2018? Yeah. You know what else happened in 2018? When the schedule came out, and I lost faith in some of the logic from a Jags point of view. And again, the NFL has 31 other teams to kind of think about too. Mm-hmm. Now, again, any fan base with Dallas, New York, LA's, now Tampa, New England, like, screw you guys. Like, you've had plenty of games, and the schedule's been probably awesome in prime time for years.
Facts.
One, because you've been good. Two, because you're big market.
Mm-hmm.
But I was stunned that year that the Jags, I think, only had the 2 games. But on top of that, they played at Dallas. I think they're the only team, or maybe one of very few teams, that have not played on Thanksgiving Day. And they played Dallas that year, and I was like, well, this is a great opportunity to put the Jags against the Cowboys. Coming off a 2017 season, you can project they're going to be at least decent.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it. And again, I will say the NFL schedule makers were right, because by the time Thanksgiving came around, nobody wanted to watch the Jags.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting point you make, because they also play Detroit this year.
Well, they do. And so, like, how high is that on the list?
I would rather, just speaking for myself, obviously that's all I can do, I would rather them play on Thanksgiving than Sunday or Monday night. I think that'd be cooler as a fan. I don't care which team, Dallas or Detroit. Preferably Detroit, because you got a chance. You got a chance against Dallas, but let's be honest, I'd rather play Detroit. So I think that would be cool. Like, I've talked myself into it. I never really thought about it, honestly, until right now. But I think it'd be cool for the Jags to play on Thanksgiving over a night game, if those are the options.
You know, what's interesting is, like, I think I totally agree with you. And maybe it's a bit selfish. Like, I've never covered a Thanksgiving game, so that'd be fun. But I also think, like, we've done some trips, at least with our family, and this is what you folks are thinking about, too, where you're going to go, right? What games you're going to go to. And I remember Thanksgiving in Arizona a few years back, and Steph and Ty and Kaylee came out. We actually turned it into a weekend. Where we were able to go on, to take a run up to the Grand Canyon and Sedona and do a little bit of everything in like a 36-hour window. And then they went to the Arizona game, and I was out there covering it, for the weekend. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I think that would be fun around Thanksgiving, especially given the kids' ages now and stuff, that you can go to Detroit or Dallas and make that a road trip to go on. And I think there'd be a lot of families, a lot of people thinking the same thing. But I'm with you, man. I think high on my list is a Thanksgiving game. Now, I think Detroit's as dangerous as they are all year on Thanksgiving. So, like, I'm not sure I really want to play Detroit. Dallas is obviously better. I get what you're saying. But for the Jags schedule, like, you could play Dallas on Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. The Jags probably are going to lose to Dallas. They're not as good. Detroit, you play them on a Thursday, you play them on a Sunday, you play them on a Saturday. I think you got a good chance to beat them. On Thanksgiving Day, I'm not so sure you have as good a chance to beat them. Like, there's something about that day where Detroit just plays better than they usually are.
True. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but it's also probably cheaper to get a ticket in Detroit on Thanksgiving than Dallas, so I'm just trying to help out the fans, Yeah, I'm just thinking ahead, trying to speak it into existence. Like, I'd rather play Detroit. I do hear what you're saying, though. But, I think either way, obviously, I think it'd be cool. It'd be a cool experience for the Jags play on Thanksgiving. Absolutely. I've talked myself into it, Brent.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I mean, I just think I think Thanksgiving would be cool. Like Christmas Day doesn't do. We've played, I've flown back with the Jags from San Francisco. You talk about the Jags getting no favors. That was during the 2017 year. They played in freaking San Francisco on Christmas Eve.
I was at that game as a fan.
Were you really?
Mm-hmm. Swear.
I mean, why would the NFL ever put the Jags all the way out there? Well, any East Coast team. I mean, you can't figure out the schedule to get everybody in the same area of the country.
Yeah, that's
on
scum.
Christmas Eve. I mean, that's dumb. So, yeah, I think that Thanksgiving thing would be really cool. I don't even care about the Sunday, Monday nights, really.
I do, but I think I'd take the trade. I would take the trade-off for Thanksgiving. I don't know.
I guess, I think competitively sometime, in our business, too. I like that CBS 47 and Fox 30 will have most of the Jags games, if not all. If they go on Sunday night, we don't have that game.
Well, true.
That's on NBC. And so there might be a little bit of subconscious in me that's yeah, that's probably why you don't want it. But
how good would it be? I know it's not a home game, but Sunday Night Football, Herbert against Trevor. It'd be so good.
Be great. I mean, that's the thing about Trevor, too. You have matchups. You got Trevor with Zach Wilson. You got Trevor with Herbert. You got Trevor with, I wouldn't say Jared Goff, but now with the Detroit thing, you've got Travon Walker and Aiden Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Jags, Peterson against Philly.
That might
Peterson
be the game.
Against Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Oh, see, I'm telling you,
Heck,
man.
Jags against Indy right now. I mean, as much as they're complaining about that loss, you imagine the build-up to that game?
Yeah, but that's a Thursday. That's not.
Fine. Yeah, I guess
that's not good enough. I understand what you're saying, but does anybody else care besides Jim Irsay?
Yeah, but you could. I mean, from a TV producing build-up thing, you could do some things there now.
That's true.
That's the way I think. That doesn't. I know not everybody in the country is going to care about it, but quite frankly, I don't care if you bill Seattle and the Chicago Bears is a big game either. But you probably can for some odd reason.
That's true.
That's just the way it works. All right, take a break. Schedule will be out tonight. We do at 5. We will pick the Jags record pre-calendar schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow we'll do it once we know the calendar schedule. More to come. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Breezy today and partly sunny. A few brief scattered showers. Highs only in the 70s, dropping to near 60 tonight. And tomorrow will be partly cloudy. A scattered shower, perhaps a thunderstorm. Your Friday high near 80. I'm TV meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jags.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds.
Beards Diamonds cuts out the middleman, so you are getting tremendous value.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay secure from anywhere. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business tech with these Small Business Month specials. Dell recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
O'Reilly. If your vehicle squeals or grinds when you slow down or just isn't stopping like it used to, you may need new brake rotors and pads. Now through May 24th at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get 15% off a set of Brake Best Select or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors. Restore safe braking and save money now at O'Reilly Auto Parts or order online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, you need a big law firm to fight for you. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's the Summer Starts Here event with hot savings even on used, and it's going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. With over 400 used on the lot, all makes and models, you're going to start your summer off right with Arlington. Plus, Arlington's 30-day exchange program comes with your purchase. That's 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it. Start your summer with a great car, truck, SUV, or a minivan for that family vacation. It's the Summer Starts Here event going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry, the flavor of berry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
And I understand your son is the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are harder to quit than regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
This is Paul Gray, founder of Gray Matter Distillery, inviting you to check out the new home of Jacksonville's first craft distillery in beautiful Atlantic Beach. Since 2014, we have been the proud distillers of such iconic local spirits as Carr Vodka and Live Oak Whiskey. In our new distillery, you can enjoy one of our handcrafted cocktails made using only the freshest ingredients for only $8 a drink. Enjoy cocktails, sample small batches of vodka or whiskey, or take a bottle home. Pick up your very own Gray Matter Distillery shot glass for free when you mention this ad. Come see us this weekend, and remember to please drink responsibly.
ESPN 690 is home for the Florida Sportsman Fishing Show hosted by Captain Rick Riles. Tune in every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. to find out what's biting now. Fishing so fresh, you can almost smell it.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
May is Maytag month, the hardest working month of the year, when you can save on hard-working Maytag performance. Like laundry pairs that make clothes think twice before getting dirty again. Refrigerators that make cold your new favorite flavor. And dishwashers that eat caked on oatmeal for breakfast.
Don't wait. Put the hardest working month of the year to work for you and save big on Maytag appliances now through June 1st. Because May is Maytag month.
ESPN 690 just wrote a check for another $1,000. It's the payroll payout, and you can be cashing in on any one of the 5 chances we're giving you every weekday. Listen at 8 a.m., 10, noon, 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. for your shot. This is a nationwide contest. Message and data rates apply. Get the complete rules now at ESPN690.com.
Hey, if you're like me, you've watched the housing market boom in Northeast Florida. It makes you think about taking advantage of the market if you're selling or, well, just thinking about it. What if you could sell your home, just skip the hard parts? You can at opendoor.com. Changed how we do a lot of things. How about change the way you sell your home? Opendoor.com. You go to the website, you answer a couple minutes worth of questions. They send you an offer if you're eligible. Simple as that. Moving next month, maybe in the next year. Or just thinking about it because the housing market is so good right now. Try opendoor.com. It's easy. Skip the hassles and hurdles of listings, showings, and potential obstacles along the way. You just sell it to Open Door at opendoor.com. Simple. Hundreds of thousands of homeowners are requesting offers Why don't you be the next one to do so? Sell your home and skip the hard parts. Get your free offer at opendoor.com/myoffer. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Incorporated, license 02061130 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets.
Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz rolling along on a Thursday, I should say. And Brent, me and Amanda did something that I think you're going to be proud of.
Oh.
I think.
Oh.
Whatever you're thinking, it's probably not that, but I did text you it, so maybe you know. But we successfully beat our HOA.
Yeah, very good.
We did it.
That's a golf clap.
Yeah, so we had the tree. I've talked about the tree before. It was leaning. It was hitting that lean right on our house that if it fell, it would totally destroy the house. So we had the HOA, and we sent a letter. Remember I told you that? Sent a letter to the HOA people. They sent out the tree guy. He came, looked at it, said he'd give him a quote, whatever, come back. Okay. We never heard from him for like months. Today, I'm playing FIFA, per the usual. Amanda's working, per the usual. And knock on the door, and they're here to cut down the tree. What a moment.
Yeah, what a moment indeed. How did it finally happen?
Yo, so I'm going to tell you, it was crazy. These people are so talented, the tree cutting people. So we have a fence. And I think I told you, the tree's behind our fence, but it's leaning so it would hit it would fall on our house. So they couldn't get their equipment in. And for lack of a better term, couple dudes climbed the tree with their arms and feet, whatever, and took saws up there and then cut it off little by little so pieces would fall to either side, not on anybody's house, into the little area of other trees and such. And then they got down to the bottom and it was done.
Shout out to the tree folks.
It was I would literally give them a free shout out if I knew who they were, but they literally were like tree elves. They showed up, they did it, and they left. And we didn't pay nothing. They were nice people. Can't thank them enough for their services. A manager sent me the pictures. Tree is gone, and we feel a little bit safer sleeping in our bed tonight. So
that's very nice of you, by the way, because you don't like anybody.
That's very true.
Just think how nice these tree people were if Casey's giving them a shout-out that they were nice.
They were great, and I respect them a lot because they showed up without saying anything, which, again, is cool. They looked at it, and he said, all right, we'll be back after lunch. I said, I would do the same thing, sir. I love lunch. One of my three favorite parts of the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So I said, you go eat your lunch. You guys have a good time. When you come back, the tree will be waiting for you, and sure enough, they got it done.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Nice job taking down the HOA. Finally got it to work.
We got him.
For you.
We got him.
How long of a battle was that?
A while.
Well, I tell you what, you don't bring your garbage can in within 24 hours, they're writing you a letter in no time.
Oh, I tell you what.
Yeah.
They ain't going to mess with us now. They know we get stuff done.
You got to power wash those sidewalks. You got to get Mr. Calvin out there in our neighborhood to do it for us, or the HOA is going to send you a letter.
Yeah. Not today.
You got a mailbox flag off your mailbox because it broke somehow. Oh, that HOA is going to send you a letter in 24 hours.
We don't have mailboxes,
or we're going
to
charge you $100. But it took them probably long enough to get that tree. It's almost going to fall on your house.
I'm just glad they got it now because I think the hurricane season is soon, or maybe it's current. I don't know. I don't work in news anymore. But so I'm excited. I'm at the top of my game right now, Brent. I couldn't be happier. I might sound like an idiot, but still.
On the scale of things that are worse, HOA or yellow flies?
Huh?
What's worse?
What is a yellow fly?
You don't know what a yellow fly is?
No. That's why I'm asking.
You've never gotten, bit by a yellow fly around here?
Is that whatever bit me at your golf tournament? You remember that?
Yeah, that probably was a yellow fly.
Yeah, that sucked. My leg was it looked like a balloon. That was horrible.
That's probably it.
I'll go, well, yeah. I don't know. The HOA just came through for me, so maybe I'm clouded judgment, you know?
You probably are clouded judgment.
I'll go with the HOA because I know that's what you want me to say.
I mean, listen, I told the news folks, I said, hey, you guys might want to do a story on yellow flies because I don't think there's anything that evokes emotion like the yellow fly. Steph is deathly afraid of the yellow fly.
This is definitely what it is. Yeah.
If you watch, we'll go for a walk/run sometimes, and the yellow flies are starting to pop out a little bit. And, if you just, were to sit on, a corner and watch us walk, and all of a sudden a yellow fly's coming, you'll be like, what is wrong with that woman?
Why you gotta do that to her? You know?
I mean, I'm not kidding.
I know.
I'm like, I mean, it is like I got to do all I can just to stop her from running like into the road when the yellow fly's like within 10 feet of us. I'm like, Steph, it's a little fly. Yeah, it hurts, but like, let's just run a little faster right now, and he won't catch us.
I mean, yeah, like logically, sure, but that's a tough sell.
Yeah,
those things are killers now that I know what they are. That thing hurt my leg.
Listen, there are a lot. I know those murder hornets were a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But yellow flies are a real thing.
Apparently.
Like, I never saw a murder hornet.
Never once. I don't know. Maybe I did. But yeah.
Yellow flies are nasty. Here's the thing. Like yellow fly, I maybe have been bit once. They don't bother me. Like I think we've talked about this before on the show. I think it's a blood type thing. I got to look that up.
Really?
Yeah, I think it might be because like they go after Steph. I mean, they love Steph. They don't like me. Like they don't really. I mean, they'll buzz around my head and they're annoying, but like they're not stinging me, biting me.
Is it too personal to talk about blood type on the radio?
I don't know.
Like I don't know. Like I don't want to ask what her blood type is. Like you don't know.
You can ask. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, because I know what mine is. I don't actually, but like I know it's the.
Yeah, like I don't know what my. No, I should. Hold on. Let me look on my license or something.
Yeah, it's the one that like the universal donor one. I'm pretty sure that's the one I have, right?
Yeah, like the most popular one.
I don't know. The one, I don't know. It's the good one. It's the good one is the point of the story. So I'm just wondering if she has the same one. But obviously you wouldn't know that answer because how would you? Not taking a shot at you. I don't know Amanda's blood type. Nobody knows anybody's. So I guess we'll never know the answer to this. But, yeah, that's a good question on the blood type.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that's what it is. But I got to look it up because I need to educate myself on it because every time this comes up, I wonder. And I'm telling you, like people they hate the yellow flies. Like I saw a Facebook post recently. Steph shared it with me, and it was like, I mean, the yellow fly hate was real.
Well, by the way, it's funny you say that because we just got a Facebook update from Gregory who says the yellow flies are bad near the trails off San Pablo.
I bet they are.
They're attracted to certain scents, he says. And I also got some love for getting rid of the tree. So
there you go.
Appreciate the love.
So is that what he says? It's certain scent?
That's what he says.
What
yeah.
is that? Like is it our deodorant?
Well, you know what? Maybe that's why they're going after me and Steph because we use the women's deodorant.
There you go. That could be a thing. It's all coming together.
Be honest with you.
Hey, how about this news out of Denver? Jerry Jeudy arrested, and the word is he's charged with second-degree criminal tampering.
What is that?
In Colorado means tampering with another person's property, quote, with intent to cause injury, inconvenience, or annoyance. The domestic violence enhancer is based on Judy's relationship with the accuser. So there's some domestic situation. Now, the sheriff's department from there also said something to the effect of Mr. Jeudy is innocent until proven guilty.
Sure.
Like, actually put that in there. Like,
oh,
so, yeah, he says he's innocent until proven guilty. He's on a no bond hold.
That doesn't sound good.
Second-degree criminal tampering with a domestic violence enhancer. That is like, I've never heard that stuff.
John
before,
Phillips needs to call back.
We might have to have John back in. So, hey, Wade, look at that. I might have to get this. Bug ball defeats yellow flies. All right, Wade, appreciate it, man.
What?
It's a bug ball. You should see the picture he sent me on social media.
Twitter?
Never seen it, but we're going to get it.
Okay.
Can you just carry it around? Maybe Steph can wear it as like a necklace.
Holy, I don't think you can wear that as a necklace, man. For those that aren't on Brent's Twitter, it
looks like a bowling ball.
It's bigger than a bowling ball, I think. I think it's basketball size or bigger.
Yeah. Jerry Jeudy, by the way, to this point, he's been disappointing right on the field.
Yeah.
Injured a bit and, like, shown some signs, but nothing great. Like, all these receivers doing things. Jerry Jeudy, what was he picked? Wasn't he picked like 11th or 12th in that draft?
Yeah, he was the second receiver in that draft behind Henry Ruggs, so he's been better than Henry Ruggs, but I guess now maybe not. But, yeah, Jerry Jeudy, like, you got to look at what they've had at quarterback, and he's made some plays, to your point. Like, he hasn't been a bust, but he hasn't been great. I thought he was going to be really good with Russell Wilson because I think he is talented, and now, we'll have to see. Obviously, we have no idea, but that might be changing, and that might be a problem for Russell Wilson now because that is probably the number one weapon on that team that you now don't have.
They have a bunch of wide receivers now there. They have a lot of depth, but I don't get the sense, and I have no idea. I'm just saying from the sound of this that, like, his season is going to be in jeopardy. I don't get the sense. Now, we'll see if this goes somewhere else and there's more to this, and or maybe there is more to it from a league standpoint just based on the domestic situation. There's been a lot. This is, it said, what, a domestic enhancer.
Enhancer, yeah.
And so that has been a big topic in a pretty thick line in the sand by Commissioner Roger Goodell against cases that involve domestics, or that would be classified as a domestic. So keep an eye on that, and we'll see where this thing goes. But Jerry Jeudy in some trouble out there in Colorado is the latest news come down just in the last 10 minutes or so. We'll be back. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Eagle Landing Golf Club. Man, it's in unbelievable shape. The green's fantastic. It's just a hidden gem. If you haven't been out here, you got to get out here and purchase the Dream 18 card. ActionSportsJaxDream18.com. You can save some money here as well. It's on our discount card, but just a joy to play. Really a lot of fun every time we come out here. And hanging out on the porch, it's a great scene. We got the lake right there. You got the 9th hole, the 18th hole. Fantastic food. Haven't tried the beverages, but I'd like to. Diet Coke and water is pretty good, too. We'll be back. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690.
Walk into 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center, and it doesn't feel like you're going to the doctors. Beautiful artwork of Jacksonville on the south side location, a laid-back atmosphere, and Rep Butler and his staff are really fun to talk to, and they are there to help you out. First-time appointments and adjustments, just $39 and maybe less pending your insurance. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations, south side, St. Augustine, and the west side. Look them up at 904chiro.com. 3 locations, 904chiro.com.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Don't let the milder temperatures lull you into complacency. Fuel prices will continue to rise, as will your utility bills. Call us today and take advantage of our fall prices. We don't quote over the phone or just poke our heads up in your attic. We do a full evaluation to include attic ventilation needs as well as insulation.
Give us a call at 904-679-6282 or online at koalainsulation.com.
We teamed up with Shady Rays Sunglasses, and it's been awesome. Jump in the fun at ShadyRays.com. Put in promo code BRENT, B-R-E-N-T, for 50% off 2 pair of shades. ShadyRays.com. Head into summer in style on beach days, fishing days, golf days, every days. Perfect price, look great, and how about this? If you lose or break your Shady Rays, no problem. You'll get another pair. It's an insane lost and broken protection plan. Style, fit, performance just for you. ShadyRays.com. Promo code BRENT for 50% off 2 or more pair of Shady Rays.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some sunshine, good vibes, and summertime fun. You too? Well, have I got great news. Summer starts here. Where? At the Summer Starts Here event going on now at Arlington Toyota. What can you expect during the Summer Starts Here event at Arlington? How about hot savings on all new Toyotas, including financing as low as 1.9% on 10 new Toyota models. Plus, Arlington's got 500 new Toyotas available. Start your summer fun with hot savings at the Summer Starts Here event going on now. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/Summer Starts Here for details.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world connects.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
After the 3rd time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Listen to ESPN 690 anytime, anywhere, on any device. Whether you're at home or on the go, get the latest on the Jags, FSU, the Jumbo Shrimp, and Action Sports Jax on Odyssey.com. That's AUDACY.com or on ESPN690.com.
I mean, I think we locked in. I think across the board we understand, what's at stake. But, obviously you got to get your rest, recovery, kind of flush this game. Know what we're getting on the road with a Golden State team that's obviously trying to close out a series, veteran team. They're obviously going to throw a good punch. So, come in there, be ready to play, and, keep that same mindset.
No idea who that is.
Desmond Bain.
Oh, gosh, yeah, I would have been here all day.
I know.
How about the very interesting, okay? The Miami Heat beat the Philadelphia 76ers by like 100.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked the question yesterday on our show, and I think a lot of people were thinking this. Okay, the series, it looks like it's over, right? Miami, they're just too good. They've grabbed control. Are they going to be able to? Are the Sixers going to be able to come back from that? Well, we did cash it or trash it yesterday, and I said, no, I'm not worried about it. I think Philadelphia can still come back. But what I think is interesting is most people will probably say, yeah, I think Miami now. They're going to probably win this next game too. Last night, Memphis just absolutely obliterates Golden State. I don't even know how you don't show up for a playoff game, but they didn't show up. They were down 55 points. How can a Golden State team with that talent be down 55 points to a Ja Morant-less Memphis team?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
It's impossible. And so, but nobody's asking the question of, did they just change the series? No. Instead, as someone mentioned, Mr. Pico Boulevard, I think, said, yeah, Brett, you were probably right, because if they had won game 1 or 4, and both they could have maybe should have won, then that game last night looks a whole lot different.
Very true.
But now they're down 3-2 with 2 to go. There's no way they're beating Golden State 3 in a row. Nobody's nervous. In fact, Golden State's not nervous. Instead, they're dancing down 55.
Yeah, they're definitely not nervous. Can confirm they've been there. But, they were up 3-1 at a point in time. Now, granted, that was against LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, but they know what happens when you're up 3-1. Sometimes it doesn't come to fruition. So I'm not sitting here telling you Memphis is going to win the series, but it's happened to Golden State before, and I'm telling you, I'm a strong believer in this. If you lose Game 6, you lose Game 7.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's a very trendy thing, and trendy to the point where I don't even know if I can go off it. I kind of agree with you. I know it's not automatic, but it certainly can feel that way. Do you have a problem with Golden State, dancing down 30, 40, 50 points?
No. I mean, you got to just make the best out of a bad situation, right? I mean, it's weird. I'll agree with you that it's kind of strange and odd, but, I'm not mad at him for it, I guess.
I'm trying to think, all right? When you played ball.
Sure.
If you're down 15-2 in the dugout,
mm-hmm.
and you're dancing or singing or goofing off or playing, your ass is running the next day.
You are, 100%. Yes, I agree with that.
I understand this is professional sports, but that's just a weird – and by the way, I'm not over the moon crazy, I can't believe they're doing that. That's not where I'm coming from. But it will just show you the difference sometimes in sports, in pro sports and maybe amateur sports, or what we grew up with and what is now maybe acceptable. But, I don't even know if Warriors fans were complaining about it. That's where I think people would complain the most. Are you serious? They're dancing. They're down 55. They didn't even show up. There had to be a little bit of that.
Yeah.
In the Warriors chatter, wherever that exists.
Probably. Yeah, it's a good call. Yeah, because I'm running for sure. Real quick, though. This has nothing to do with it, but I will tell you a great success story from my baseball career. We got killed by a team, like you're saying, we lost by 20. It was so bad. And it was a tournament, and so you know how that works. When you're the lowest seed that advances, you play the highest seed that advances in that first game on Saturday morning. So we played that team again, and we beat them.
Well, listen, there's a lot of things. what coaches think are important, and by the way, I feel like in my mind I think more like a coach. I just feel like I think along the way they do or agree with them a lot. But the way coaches think, it can be like dumb, asinine, dead wrong. Like, it's like I say this all the time to Steph and people who we're around baseball, right? It's like they lose like 2-1. All right, a baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
And every parent's like, man, they really didn't have a lot of energy today. They didn't have any energy. I don't know why they didn't have any energy. They were tired. They must have stayed out too late, or they did this, or they did that, or they were zapped by the sun, or they didn't eat. I'm like, they scored a run. If you only score one run, there's not going to be a lot of energy. Energy comes from offense. And if you only have 3 hits, there's a really good chance that you're not having a whole hell of a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. But do the other parents like you?
No, probably not.
Okay,
I'm just saying how it is. Like, that's fact.
No, it's 100% true.
They don't
I agree
have
with
to
you.
like me. I just say it how it is. But so
that's for sure.
But that's like I've heard that since the kids were like 6, and I don't buy it. Like, sure, there are days that you don't have energy, but it's not relative to whether you're scoring 6 runs or 1 run or this or that.
I agree with that.
And so I think there are dumb things that happen in sports, and they just happen. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it doesn't mean anything. It's not going to carry over into the next game, to your point. Like, you played baseball. The best games we ever played on defense were our worst infield outfields.
Yeah.
The worst. If you played baseball and you had, like, the worst infield outfield, I know you've experienced this where you had, like, your best defensive games.
That's a good
and
call.
And you won, like, 2-0.
Yeah, I would have never thought about that, but now that you say it, it's like, oh, yeah, I remember that being the thing.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, I get it, but it's one of those things. One last thing about the Warriors dancing. You know how, like, fans get mad when, like, football players greet at midfield after a game and they just lost?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the difference? Like, your team's down 50 and you're dancing and smiling. Yet we get mad about shaking of the hands with your buddies that you survived the game and you didn't get hurt and you're smiling after the game even though you lost. It's weird. Football at 5 coming up next on ESPN 690.
Visit your First Coast Acura dealers for jaw-dropping deals on new and pre-owned Acura models. Get insanely low lease payments and huge financing deals on award-winning luxury sedans and SUVs. Now's the time. Shop FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Combs, professional contractor and TV host. I love helping people, but when it came to improving the water in my own home, I needed help and turned to the water experts at Connecticut to make it right. My water was causing visible problems throughout my home, and it got me thinking about the problems I couldn't see. Protecting my water-using appliances and pipes, preventing stains and hardness buildup, and having clean, great-tasting drinking water are all important to me. But choosing the right water treatment equipment can be tricky. That's where Connecticut comes in. A Connecticut water expert will test your water for free and recommend the system that fits your needs and budget. Improve the quality of your water and your life with the Connecticut water treatment system. I'm so glad I did.
This year, CGC Water Treatment is celebrating 75 years in business. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com for your free assessment. CGC Water Treatment are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local independent Connecticut dealer.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey, business owners. If you are one of the 2.5 million small businesses in Florida, you know that the outside of your business is the first chance your company has to make an impression. And if you have the fading or peeling paint, you may discourage customers and block potential revenue. Whether you have stucco, brick, vinyl siding, or paint, then Rhino Shield is the perfect solution. We have been helping our commercial clients for over 20 years, and with hundreds of projects completed, we have become known as the company to call when your business needs a facelift. Rhino Shield is a permanent ceramic coating that is a superior alternative to paint and comes in any color. Call Rhino Shield today at 904-519-5055 or visit us online. The bottom line with Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint again.
Got chronic joint pain, maybe not having success with steroids, but trying to avoid surgery? Well, thankfully, there's a better way, and it's now available from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Hey, everybody, it's Brent Martineau, and I'm talking about new therapies, advanced all-natural regenerative treatments that not only just give you relief, but also can restore and repair damaged tissue for long-lasting relief. If you've got joint pain due to arthritis, knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, don't just think the old ways of dealing with pain are the only ways. You need to learn more about these new biologic therapy solutions. Call now for a free consultation. It's QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. These remarkable new treatments increase mobility, and they decrease pain and help restore tissue. They actually encourage your body to heal itself. Call now and learn more about these restorative, regenerative, and revolutionary alternatives. Don't wait. Call today. QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522.
You're on your way to work, and then bam, your whole life changes in that second. Forever. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice or live your life in pain. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
You can unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash-out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you can unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 833-8ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. Rocket.
Rates current as of 12/12/21. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLS Consumer Access.org. Number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station. Now, your chance to win $1,000 with the ESPN 690 payroll payout.
Text the word stock to the number 70123 before 15 past the hour. That's STOCK.
Your next chance to win is coming again tomorrow at 8 a.m. This is a nationwide contest. Message and data rates apply. Get the complete rules now at ESPN690.com. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. This is Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
You go through pat and go in warm-ups and things of that nature, and the ball isn't coming off, flying and crisp and looking. No one's rushing you. You got all day to just sit back there. You got all day to pat and go. You can just put the baby to sleep. Nobody's harassing you. And when you underthrow, overthrow, skip a pass or skip a ball at somebody's feet, that tells me you need to get going a certain way. Now, that's just in this hype video. When they traded for Tyreek Hill, one of the first things I said is, he's going to be underthrowing this dude a lot. Now, Tyreek wasn't even running. Now, imagine if he was running, what it would look like.
Oh, quiet, Keyshawn. I mean, now we're making too much of it. I mean, I said, is it a punt? But come on. I mean, it's May.
I'm telling you, man, there's nothing else to do. You make one mistake in football at any point in time, and that's just lofting one throw, and you're getting just absolutely obliterated all summer. Like, we love football too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, listen, I thought it was a stupid thing to post, but doesn't mean you can't make a bad throw or every throw's got to be great. They should just throw it a slant and then watched, like, Tyreek Hill, like, make a quick little move at 60%, and people would have been like, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, well, that is true. Yeah, you made a mistake there for sure, but the only thing saving Tua right now is, unfortunately, that Jerry Jeudy's now the lead story.
Yeah, which he has been arrested in Colorado. Again, doesn't seem like it's something that will cost him games or a season or anything like that, but very early stages of those reports coming out in Colorado. Brent Martineau here at Eagle Landing Golf Club. Casey Kurtz as well back in the Action Sports Jax studio. 6 o'clock hour, we got Action Sports Jax OT right into the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp coming up tonight. Max Meyer on the mound for the Jumbo Shrimp. Quick congratulations on a fantastic season to the Jacksonville Icemen. Unfortunately, it came to an end yesterday. You know, when you get swept, you feel in hockey or in a 7-game series, you feel like you just got smoked, right? That wasn't really the nature of that series. I mean, they lost 1-0 in overtime yesterday. They lost 2-0 on 2 goals in the first 5 minutes in Game 3. And I didn't pay attention as much to Game 2, but Game 1 was really close, like nip and tuck kind of game. So I'm not going to tell you that, hey, the series could have gone either way. The Everblades won, but the Icemen didn't get, like, waxed either, you know? I mean, they've had a really good year. It's the best year in the history of the franchise. It's a short history, but it's a best year. And hopefully something to build on with a young coach, Nick Luco, who's like maybe just turned 30. He was 29 when he got the job. And I think things are going in a good direction for the Jacksonville Icemen.
Agreed. Yeah, it's unfortunate, I think, just for Iceman fans that it was the Everblades and how that kind of played itself out. But, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate getting swept at any point in time because it looks like you were dominated. Like, nobody cares. Like, I hear what you're saying, Brent, and I agree with you. Like, the games were close and the scoreboard probably doesn't tell the story. But, you know, outside, nationally, and to the Everblades fans, they swept Iceman. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
In that regard. Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz. All right, football at 5 is what we call it. Did want to give a shout-out to the Icemen. The Shrimp, Max Meyer goes tonight. We've got plenty of local baseball and softball all throughout the weekend. Continue to stay tuned to Action Sports Jax. We've been covering a bunch of it on the TV side on CBS 47, Fox 30. So there's some fantastic local sports going on, including UNF softball. They've got a huge game tomorrow now against Liberty. In the ASUN tournament. So the winner's bracket game, this is massive if you know how those things work. And they need to, well, they don't need to, but it'd be nice to get a W after they won today in extra innings 5-3 over Central Arkansas. Good start. These two are the best teams in the league all year. So softball team from UNF having a great season. Can they beat Liberty, who has been the class of the league all year? That's tomorrow at the UNF softball complex. All right, the schedule comes out in a few hours. What's that?
I was swooping, yeah.
The schedule comes out in a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do an exercise here for the first time that I've done this.
Yeah.
Because my curiosity is, why do we wait until the calendared schedule comes out when we already know who they're playing to predict how the Jags are going to do? And so we will do that tomorrow. But I want to do it today because I want to see if there's any difference. Like, I feel like this is psychological warfare.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if my picks will be different, but maybe they will. I have no idea.
Mine
so
will.
we're just going opponents, and then tomorrow we go we're going to do all the division first, but tomorrow we'll go whatever order the schedule comes out in.
Yes.
And so I want to see what the difference in the discrepancy is, if any. And that's what we're going to do right now at Football at 5. So Casey Kurtz, bring us the 2022 schedule of opponents.
So you want me to just give them straight up and then we'll go backtrack?
No. Let's do it one at a time here.
All right.
Like, you bring up the Indianapolis Colts, and we know they play them twice.
Yeah, let's do that with the
and
Indianapolis
I'm going to
Colts.
go with a split.
Okay. So that's
we're guaranteed one.
Agreed. Yeah, I will save the time and agree that there will be a split there as well. So you have a split there with the Colts. Let's go to the Houston Texans.
This one's been tough, man. This one has been tough. I think they've lost like 6 straight times to the Texans or something. Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I'm going to go for a sweep.
You think
sweep the leg?
They're going to sweep the leg
Texans.
on the Texans.
Yep.
Okay. I respect it. They will split with the Texans. That brings us to the Tennessee Titans.
Titans are a problem. We're much better on defense. A.J. Brown's no longer there. I think they got a little bit worse. I'm still going to say they sweep us.
2 L's, huh?
Yeah, I don't like to say that, but
double L.
Indy and Tennessee are a different class right now until we prove otherwise. The only thing is Indianapolis, we're in their head so much. But the Titans are kind of in the Jags' head. So I'm going Titans sweep.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the split. They'll get one. I don't know which one, but they'll get one. I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill anymore. He's a bum. They'll split.
By the way, if you 3-3 in the division isn't bad. The Jags have really stunk in the division, for a while. But if you can go 4-2 somehow in the division, now you're sitting there and you're like, okay, maybe we can make something happen. That's part of the formula. Move on.
The Broncos in London.
Russell Wilson against the Jags. I don't think the Broncos are anything great. I know it's a talented AFC West. But I'm going to say the Jags lose this game.
Yeah, I'll give them an L as well. I think the Broncos are going to be really good, even without Jerry Jeudy, if that comes to be. The Cowboys at home?
Yeah, I think they lose to the Cowboys.
Yeah, me too. Well, this is fun.
Listen, we're not trying to be. We're trying to be realistic here, okay? I mean, the Jags have won 4 games in 2 years. I've already got them at 3 in the first 2 opponents of the year.
That's true. That is kind of sunshine and rainbowsy. But now we're really going to test your loyalty to the Jags as well as Daniel Jones. The Giants at home, Brent.
I think we beat the Giants here in Jacksonville. Last time it was an epic comeback by Blake Bortles. This will be a good game for Trevor Lawrence. Not afraid of Thibodeau. I like the Jags.
Y'all can't see me in here, but I'm doing the Jameis Winston, who about to eat a W? Because the Jags are going to beat the Giants. Who about to eat a W? The Jags. Ravens at home.
The Ravens.
That's an L, huh? Yeah, I'll go with that. The Raiders at home.
I'll go with the. Can we stop Devontae Adams around here? Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. I got to go with the Raiders.
Yep, same here. All right, we move to the away schedule. The Washington football team. Or no, right?
I think the Jags can beat them. This one might be interesting to see where it shakes out on the schedule. I know there's a lot of rumors out there. But I'm going to say Jags can beat Washington.
Who about to eat a W? The Jags. Carson Wentz can't beat the Jags. W. Jets in New York.
Yeah, I think we owe the Jets one. And this is like a parallel game. I think there's a lot on this Jets game. Jags got obliterated last year. They got run all over. Quarterbacks didn't play well on each side or well enough. I think these games are big. Like, this is a big game for Trevor Lawrence. And so I'm going to say they beat him.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with an L. I hate to do it. I don't think Zach Wilson's very
Scared
good.
of that draft class.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think Zach Wilson is very good, but I like the pieces they have around. And the Jags, they'll find a way to lose a game they should win. Does that mean I have them potentially winning one of these games they should lose? We'll find out. But now we're talking about the Detroit Lions in Detroit.
Golly, I can't keep giving all these wins. How many more games we got left?
Including this one, 4. And they are not easy.
I'll give it to the Jags.
Jags?
Yep.
I got the Jags as well. Chiefs.
No.
I already wrote it down. Chargers.
This is one that's interesting.
Don't do it.
I have this. No, seriously, I have strong belief. Strong belief. This is what I don't understand how people say, oh, boy. Because the Jags beat the freaking Buffalo Bills last year.
Yes.
The Jags won 3 games, lost to the Texans twice, lost to the Jets, lost to everybody. They lost to New England by 100. And they beat the Bills. Like, this is what happens in the NFL. The Jags are going to win a game they shouldn't win and lose a game they shouldn't lose, even the Jags. Like, they might lose that Detroit game because we kind of feel good about it, but they might beat the Chargers. That being said, I don't have them beating the Chargers.
Wow. Yeah, they will catch an L to the Chargers after all of that.
Here's the thing. I would take this bet right now.
Okay.
I would take a bet that we're wrong on the AFC West and that the Jags beat one of the teams in the AFC West. Now, of course, I didn't just pick it. But if you put it to me in that way, I'm going to say the Jags beat somebody in the AFC West this year.
Well, then I guess you can change your pick for tomorrow once you see the actual schedule. But the last game
might be a little change. Yeah, it might be.
The last game we have is the Eagles, the Doug Peterson Bowl, if you will.
That's the last one?
Yeah.
I'm going to say don't know, man. I think there's still a separation. There's like a toughness. There's like a kind of that culture already built a little bit in Philly. Even, I mean, I like our guy better than Jalen Hurts, but I like their roster they added to. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles. Is that game in Philly? That's in Philly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Can't do it, Brett. Who about to eat a W? The Jags.
Wow. How many do you have?
The Gardner Minshew, Doug Peterson Bowl. Jags win. Yeah, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 wins.
I think I do too.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, correct. 7 wins. We both have them as a 7-win team. This is a recipe for a disaster, but that's how we have it.
I'll tell you what, okay, so what did I do there that is kind of crazy maybe? Do they sweep the Texans? They've shown that they can't, but I've also got them getting swept by the Titans. I think you could split all your divisional games if you're halfway decent.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have them beating anybody like crazy. I had them beating Washington and Detroit and the Jets and the Giants. That's out of the side of the division. Those are my 4 other wins. I honestly could see them. I do think they're going to beat a team from the West, but I think they might lose to one of the teams that I just said, like Washington or Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that scenario playing out. And then I do think there are teams like the Eagles game's interesting. Eagles aren't automatic winners. Every time they step on the field, no way.
Exactly. That's the game that the Jags aren't supposed to win that they win, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's cool. I think you did that there. I kind of did that with Houston. They're probably not supposed to sweep the Houston Texans. And that's where I picked them to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, and by the way, if the Jags were to go 7-10, how would we feel?
Good. Well,
pretty good against that schedule, right? I mean, again, the West is you played a different class.
Yeah.
And by the way, you could throw the Ravens in that class, even though they were 4th in their division last year. And they're playing in a division where the Titans and Colts are playoff caliber teams.
Yeah.
They do get a break playing the NFC East. The NFC East is just okay.
True. Yeah, I mean, you could honestly make the case that, I understand we talked about the Cowboys earlier. The Cowboys might be the game they win they're not supposed to. The Cowboys sometimes show up and sometimes they don't. We might lose by 40 or we might win. It's a weird thing with them.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for the Jaguars, first of all, to win 7. But even 8. I think if you start getting up to after 8, then you're listen, I'm the president of the Sunshine and Rainbows Club, and I'm not going 9 wins.
No.
I can't get there. I can't. I mean, I just don't see this being that team that jumps like the Jags did back in 17, from 3 to 10 wins. And really, they got to skate through the last 2 weeks of the season. So, I think the Jags are not there yet. Offensively, I think their defense is going to be so much improved that they're going to keep them in games and give them chances and maybe steal a game. But let's be honest, the defense, as bad as it was last year at times, stole the Buffalo game.
True. They did. I mean, absolutely
that's why they won that game, was because of the defense. So it's really more can the offense steal a game out of the AFC West? Can the offense outscore Derek Carr and the Raiders? Can the offense outscore Herbert and the Chargers? Can they outscore Russell Wilson and the Broncos? I'm not going to say they're going to outscore the Chiefs, but Chiefs did lose Tyreek Hill, and we'll see. Maybe depending on when you catch the Chiefs. Chiefs, the first 6-7 weeks of the season last year were pretty ordinary.
Yeah, definitely they were.
Then they took off. So
let me ask you this. I never really thought about this until, I'm looking at it on paper. This could set up for disaster because some of these games that I think people expect them to win, like the Giants, like the Lions, the football team as well. What if it could go badly if they lose those games, is what I'm getting at. If you expect them to win some of these games against not good teams, maybe the Jets as well, but if they find a way to not win those games, that's not going to be good.
Well, it's the reason why last year went so bad. That's the reason why a lot of years have gone so bad.
Agreed, yeah.
Last year, when you lose to I'm trying to find
Houston.
Hold on 1 second.
Twice.
So you lose to Houston twice. Houston was supposed to be the worst team on the planet.
Mm-hmm. The Jets.
Remember? And they lose to them. So, I'm going down their list right now. So you lose to the Jets, right? So that was definitely another gettable game on paper. See what the Jags did last year. I got to get to the regular season. Who did they open the season with?
Houston. In Houston. Remember they couldn't line up?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Houston. Game that going in you would have thought they'd win. Broncos, no. Cardinals, no. And actually, they could have stole that game. The Bengals.
Denver.
Going into last year, that Bengals game is a game you thought was gettable.
True.
But I would say more 50-50, so I'm not going to count it here. The Titans, no. The Dolphins, yes, they won. The Seahawks, no. The Bills, no, but they stole one. The Colts, no and yes. 49ers, no. Falcons, I think, was a game that people thought they could win.
Yes, correct.
Falcons were pretty ordinary last year. That's 2. The Rams, no chance. The Texans, there it is again. That's 3. The Jets, that's 4. The Patriots, no, and then they shocked the Colts. So, there are 4 games on their schedule last year that the Texans twice, the Jets, and I would say the Falcons, that people are like, Jags can get those games. Well, they lost all 4 of them. But I will say this. They also beat the Colts and the Bills, where nobody would have said they could have won those games.
Yes, agreed. No, I agree with you.
In the situation going into the week,
Yeah, but what do people more remember? Losing to Houston twice or beating Buffalo? I think it goes both ways.
I think they remember beating Buffalo, quite honestly.
Okay, fair enough.
But I mean, maybe not. I guess it just depends how you look at it. So, yeah, it's that's the way the NFL schedule works. That's my point. You can take 2 games that the Jags won that they who would have given them a chance to win? Nobody. You could take 4 games that the Jags lost, and you're like, come on, man, you should have at least got 2 of those.
Yeah, and keep in mind that Seattle game they played Geno Smith.
Well, good point too. The Jags should have had 5 wins accidentally last year.
Yes, at a minimum, I agree.
No doubt. I mean, but they didn't, and I mean they were lucky to get 2 of the 3 wins.
Yes, they were.
I mean, they were lucky to beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins coached a terrible game, and they were fortunate to make 2 50-yard field goals by a guy they just waived yesterday.
Which doesn't make sense.
And couldn't kick it to the end zone on a kickoff. And
way to kick
they
him
beat him
down. Yeah.
And Flores was terrible coaching in that game. And then they beat an Indianapolis team that just doesn't show up. But that weren't lucky to win that game because they dominated that game.
Yes.
But the Bills game, they scored 9 points and won against the best offense and defense in the league.
Yes.
At the time. I think they were both number 1 in both categories at the time. So, I mean, they were pretty fortunate. Whereas, where on their schedule were they not fortunate? I don't remember a game I can't believe they lost that game. They outplayed them totally.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. They outplayed Cincinnati for most of that game, but they didn't win.
Well, actually, that's a good call. Cincinnati, they had a chance to go up 21-0, man. And if they go up 21-0 that game, that's probably the game. And the Indianapolis game, the first one, they're going in to at least tie, it looks like. And Trevor fumbles
the fumble.
It. But
that's right.
Yeah, they had a chance. But I think that's just the NFL. That's not hey, we dominated you. Jags had a chance. They came up empty. And that's what you do. So that's what you do when you're bad. But, yeah, I would give you the Cincinnati game. Probably the Cincinnati game's one game where it's man, they absolutely dominated Cincinnati for 30 minutes. And within 2 minutes of the third quarter, they were only up by a touchdown.
Yeah.
And so, that was one that was man, that I felt like they deserved better, given, the first half at least. So yeah, it's just the way it goes, man. It's hard to win in the league. I'll never forget Phil Simms saying that when I went up and talked to him on a CBS thing, and everybody was really high on the Jags. I think it was the 16 season. It might have been before 17. And he was like, I know everybody's high on the Jags, and they think this is the year it's going to bounce and it's going to come back. They're going to win games. He's like, but people don't realize how hard it is to just go 8-8 in the NFL. And it always stuck with me. I was like, dang, yeah, I guess it is. The Jags have gone 8-8 twice in their history.
Yeah.
And that's what the league is built on. The league is built to be 8-8. And they've gone 8-8, I think, twice in their history, and they'll never go 8-8 again, given the 17-game schedule.
Well, that part is true. Yeah.
So it's hard to win, and the Jags have made it look harder than even the NFL is built to be hard to win.
Yeah. Let me ask you this real quick. Had this on the stream. Nick says Peterson gets us that win in Cincinnati. Do you agree?
I like that. Yeah, that's a good call. I think if you look at it like that, right, that's an interesting way to look at how will the Jags improve. How do they get from 3 wins to 7 wins? I've got to believe the culture and even coaching of the staff and Doug Peterson get you 2 wins.
Yes.
I got to believe.
Yeah, I'll give you 2.
I mean, I almost could stretch it into more, but I think that would be a little crazy to do. But, I mean, it was so bad here. Like, so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow they accidentally won 3 games. So I would say Peterson's good for 2. I think Trevor's good for at least 1 or 2, don't you? Like, Trevor's got to be on 1 to 2 going into year 2. Like, he can play better. Like, he won that game in Indianapolis. I mean, I'm sorry, against Indianapolis.
He did. And I want to believe that. Like, I do, that he's good for 1 or 2 because I want to believe it. But until I see it, I'm going to give you 1. Yeah, I want to believe that second one, though. I do.
And that's cool. And I'll give the other 1 or the half to the defense.
Okay.
Because they have improved the defense so much that has to save you. Like, you're not going to give – with this defense, are you giving up 220 rushing yards to the New York freaking Jets? Like, I don't think so. And by the way, are you going to create maybe another 3 or 4 turnovers in the year that maybe win you a football game? Are you going to maybe sack the quarterback 2 or 3 more times that maybe win the football game for you? I would imagine yes. Like, I think the defense might be good for 1, if not 2, but definitely 1. So if I got Peterson for 2, Trevor for 1 because it's year 2, and I'm not even giving anything to Kirk and those guys, so I won't.
Mm-hmm.
But then the defense for another, that gets you up to 7. I don't know if it works that way, but, like, I can sell myself on that.
Sure.
That where the Jags are improved enough. But I asked the question, the same question I asked around free agency, and the same question I asked around the draft. The Jags did improve, but did they catch up? Did they close the gap? Because there are a lot of teams around the league that are starting from, well, a little further down the road than the Jacksonville Jaguars. So you got to close the gap, not just be better. And that's where, like, the Lions come into play, right? Washington comes into play. The Jets come into play. Houston comes into play twice, where it's like, okay, you're starting from similar areas, similar zip codes at least.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you've improved more than them, you can beat them. But if we're talking the AFC West, you didn't start like – I mean, the race it wasn't a fair start.
Nah, they started ahead of you.
So instead of getting waxed by one of them, maybe you keep it a game and come up just short.
Yeah. Also, another fair point from the stream, by the way. Andy says you could argue that if they don't call 50 pass plays in that first game, you run the ball a little bit, you're in a better spot.
Well, and that's where I would say I don't think just Doug Peterson. I say coaching.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Doug Peterson and his coaching staff can outcoach Lovie Smith in the 2 games, and I already think their roster's better than Houston.
Yes.
The Jags got outcoached in the Houston games last year by like a mile.
Yeah.
Wasn't even close.
No,
and that guy
100%.
got fired.
Yeah. Well, but they both
But
did.
he did do a good job, actually. Cully.
For what they had, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. We'll be back. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. We're live from Eagle Landing Golf Club here on a Thursday.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly cloudy and mild tonight. A brief shower or 2 as temperatures drop to near 60 degrees. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy. A few showers developing, possibly a thunderstorm, and your Friday afternoon high will be near 80 degrees. For the CBS 47 at Fox 30 Action News Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds.
Zero hassle, zero pressure, zero middleman. Just great deals only at Beard's Diamonds.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for 2 at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com.
It's the Summer Starts Here event with hot savings even on used, and it's going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. With over 400 used on the lot, all makes and models, you're going to start your summer off right with Arlington. Plus, Arlington's 30-day exchange program comes with your purchase. That's 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it. Start your summer with a great car, truck, SUV, or a minivan for that family vacation. It's the Summer Starts Here event going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Got chronic joint pain from all that hard work? Maybe it's construction work. Maybe you're doing lawn work and not having success with steroids, but you're trying to avoid surgery. Well, thankfully, there's a better way, and it's now available from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Hey, everybody, I'm Brent Martineau. I'm talking about new therapies, advanced all-natural regenerative treatments that not only just give you relief, but also can restore and repair damaged tissue for long-lasting relief. Get a free consultation with QC Kinetics if you're suffering. If you've got joint pain due to arthritis, knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain. You need to learn more about these new biologic therapy solutions. Call now for a free consultation. QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522. Remarkable new treatments that can increase mobility, decrease pain, and help restore tissue. They actually encourage your body to heal itself. Call now. Learn more about these restorative, regenerative, and revolutionary alternatives. QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. You'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done, and you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
Hey, it's Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jax. Did you know you can watch our radio show? Yeah, video of a radio show. Just search ESPN 690 Jax on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or follow me on Twitter at Brent A.S. Jax. Watch the show live weekdays from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. or listen on ESPN 690.
Hey, welcome back. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau along with Casey Kurtz. Going to hear Rich Eisen and Doug Peterson in a moment. And it was pretty interesting. Peterson went on the Eisen show, and there was, I thought, some comments that we were just talking about a little bit yesterday. And maybe we get lost a little bit more than the national guys in the day-to-day. And but just how much like a guy like Peterson has to overcome from last year with the locker room. And he had some interesting comments about what went on last year, and even though he wasn't here. So we're going to get to that in just a moment. If you haven't heard it yet, we'll play that for you in just a couple minutes. Right now, we got Noah Schlicksup's on the line. Noah Schlicksup, you're in like Minnesota or Chicago or something like that. I mean, will you give your parents a break, man? I mean, they don't want to be listening to us talk sports back here in Jacksonville while you're driving to wherever you're driving to.
I got the AirPods on, so it all works out in the end.
Okay. Tell everybody hello. What are you doing in Minnesota?
We are going up to speak at the Tret National Conference, and as I mentioned back when I was on the show at the Players, I have Tourette syndrome, so we're going up there, giving a presentation, and getting to meet different people from across the country that also have Tourette's and stuff like me.
That's really cool. You do that. How often do you speak about Tourette's, and like how big of a group is this in front of that you'll speak?
I don't know. I think there's like 200 people going to the conference, but I speak about this whenever I get the chance, and it's fun to share my story and hopefully inspire a few people. I mean, I wouldn't be lying. I'd be kind of upset if Creekside advanced to the playoffs and I'd have to come here. But, I mean, this is still fun, and getting to talk about this, share things. And, I mean, I'm doing a thing at the Jumbo Shrimp on June 6th, I believe. Tourette Awareness Night is we're going to call it. In the end, it's just table set up on the concourse.
All right, well, that's cool. You got to give me more info on that so we can come out and be a part of that and cover it. So keep up the good work, letting people know about Tourette's and the awareness and a lot of things. That's a pretty cool thing you do. What you got, man? What are we talking about? Your schedule? What do you got the Jags at?
My Jags record, I'm giving them 5 to 6 wins this year, at least to start. I'm not going to be too convinced on them going any more than that until I see how, this season's going to play out.
All right. I mean, that's a little negative for a young person, but I guess I can't.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you've grown up enough to know what the Jaguars have been, so I guess I can't fault you for that.
My first 2 years as a Jaguar fan was 2 pretty tough ones.
Yeah, true. You didn't get to see 2017. Are you going to a Cubs game or any baseball games?
I don't know. I'm trying to convince my mom to take me to the Twins game tomorrow, but she told me not to mention it again or she wouldn't take me. So
I don't blame her. You can't get mad. You get to go to a lot of things. I don't blame her either. So, Twin Stadium, though, is nice. Have you been there?
Yeah, we went there once when I was younger. I don't remember it too well. I just remember the view from the upper deck and getting a Joe Mauer jersey. They were giving them away when we came in. So.
Oh, wow, Joe Mauer jersey's giving them away. That's pretty clutch stuff right there to grab one of those. All right, man. Well, have a good trip. Baseball is crazy right now, of course, with no hitters and left-handed home runs, and the Cubs were very average. The Reds really stink, thankfully for you. The Yankees are good. The Mets are good. The Brewers are good. So there's a lot of exciting things in your favorite
Cubs
sport.
Burn in there.
Yeah, well, listen, I got the Red Sox are behind the Orioles in last place, so enjoy the misery. Enjoy the misery.
Yeah,
it builds character.
We feel the pain.
All right, drive safe. Good luck at the talk, and we'll see you back here whenever you get back.
All right, thank you, Brent.
All right, Noah. That's Noah Schlicksup. I tried to tell him, by the way, Casey, you got to do Creekside softball one of these days, but he was going out of town, so he said if they advance. They win tonight or keep advancing, maybe we'll get a softball call from Noah.
Yeah, I need softball calls because I was watching the baseball calls. I was invested in Ty's games, and now I'm invested in Kaylee's games. I don't know what's going on. It feels weird for me to text you during the games because she's not my daughter, and I don't even know her at all, hardly. But I'm invested, so now I need Noah to do all the games. So, yes, we need him back.
We'll have to get you on Game Changer.
Oh, I
Did
could
you have
get
game?
on.
Did you have Game Changer?
We had Game Changer, Brent. Yeah.
Game Changer, did you see my tweet last night? I saw it, Game Changer was like, hey, what's the best advice you've ever got from a coach? I was like, don't look at Game Changer.
Yeah, you were mad at the Game Changer. I saw that.
No, I'm not mad at it. I think Game Changer is awesome. Like, when I'm on the road, when I was at the Combine, if you're not at the game and you are able to get to a Game Changer, what I don't like is when people don't keep it live. Like, the whole point of Game Changer is for parents and people that are interested to be able to follow along in the game.
Right.
Like, that they're not there to see. Like, that's what it was born from. I think it was. And, well, now it's become, obviously, they keep a lot of stats, and they actually do keep a ton of stats. But if the stats are skewed because of people who keep it sometimes, and they can be at least. Not all the time. If you keep a good game changer, congrats to you, and then you can take those for what they are. But, like, you've got to take them with a little bit of grain of salt, good and bad. Like, there's a margin of error for them. But I don't understand the teams that are signed up for Game Changer and don't operate the Game Changer live. Like, that is the whole point of it. Like, that's why it was born.
Facts.
And now you can connect video to it, too. Like, I knew we'd come to a day. I said this for years. I was like, man, if we can be the ones to connect the video to the Game Changer, we'll make a mint.
You would.
And we didn't, and they did. And it's good stuff. And I'm not sure they're making a ton of money off it or not, but Game Changer does well. Anyway, you got the Doug Peterson sound.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Now, the questions, I have a couple questions about it.
All right.
You want all of it.
How long is it? 2.5 minutes?
2:53.
Yeah, we do a short segment coming back. I think it's good to hear. I think so. This is from the Rich Eisen show. What's your other questions, by the way?
That was the only
That was the
question.
only question?
There would have been more if you would have answered differently, but we're good.
Okay. So this is from the Rich Eisen show. I believe yesterday Doug Peterson was on. And I think it takes a look at the psyche and the culture of the building. And I've said this multiple times. I went to lunch at Jags headquarters like 6 weeks ago. And I think I came back that day, and on the radio I was like, hey, you can feel it's different. Now, remember where you're starting off from. Even Doug Peterson, I think if he said, hey, how you doing, I think he was in a better place than where Urban Meyer left it.
True.
But you could really feel a difference, and they're working on that. And there was something, too, last year that went so awry, and I use that word toxicity that was at an extreme level, that Doug Peterson inherits and has to fix. Now, I think his personality, I think he's a good dude. I think some of that naturally will just take care of itself. But it's also something he is aware of, and he shared some of that with Rich Eisen this week.
The situation that you are now in Jacksonville as a new head coach that makes it so unique, and that's having a jewel like Trevor Lawrence, somebody who came in the league universally believed to be so talented at the quarterback position, and the other is the manner in which your predecessor did his job and got fired the year before. Did you find a shell-shocked organization when you arrived there, Coach Peterson?
Yeah, it was different, and it's a unique situation, obviously, and it's unfortunate, and it's listen, there's a lot of great people here, and a lot of really good people in the front office and on football ops and everywhere, and it's just, I think to be stunned, is to say the least a little bit. Nobody wants to ever go through a season like that, and of course I wasn't here, so it's hard to really, put words to it, but I can only, just sort of empathize with them and just build off of what we're doing, build off of the new, build off of, a culture that we're trying to establish here and really flip the page and breathe breath of fresh air and just really, listen, I've got to gain the trust of the players in the organization. That's part of who I am now as the head coach, and that's something that, is going to come with time. And that's something that we're working on each and every day, is just gaining the trust of the players, in me as the head coach and the staff. So it's heading in the right direction. The guys are excited. There's a lot of energy, a lot of young guys here. They're excited to be on the grass and go through these, phase 2 type practices and looking forward to OTAs and obviously training camp here coming pretty soon.
And before turning that page, though, or in the process of turning the page, just one last question on that. Do you feel part of your job, Doug Peterson, is healing, that you have a healing portion of your job coming in?
I agree with that. I do. I think there's a part of that. I know this is professional football, but listen, it's also life too. And these kids and the people that are here have families outside of this business and this organization, obviously. And I think part of the healing process is the best we can to flip the script and to try to gain the trust of these players. And so I do agree with that. I do agree that there is some level of healing that has to take place, and it has taken place and is taking place. But we're not where we need to be, obviously, right now, and we're gonna continue to work.
That's pretty deep stuff on the Rich Eisen Show from Doug Peterson, and I think it gives you a little more perspective. I was thinking of this yesterday. I'm like, well, we don't really talk about that stuff that much anymore here in Jacksonville. Like, we interviewed Doug just the other day, but we didn't really talk about that. Like, I interviewed him at the owners' meetings. Didn't really talk about that. I feel like that was a little bit more reserved for, like, his opening news conference in the early weeks. But from a national perspective, when you're just interviewing Doug Peterson probably for like the first time in a couple of months, those topics come up and light gets shed on those a little bit more. And I thought it was really interesting to hear him say it. I mean, there's almost like this sense of empathy in his voice for the locker room, from Doug Peterson. And by the way, the locker room stayed strong in all that. But I sat down with Trevor Lawrence, had a one-on-one conversation with him right before the draft, and you could feel some of that too. Like, hey, this is going to be better. I can already tell, right? And so they're feeling him out. They're like, wait, this isn't the way it's always supposed to be in the NFL, right? I think the veterans know that was a one-off thing, and that was crazy, and you'll probably experience this again, but this guy's going to be a lot better, because even Trevor said, hey, we would have put our arms around anybody that came in here because that's what we have to do, but this guy's a lot easier to put your arms around and buy in because of who he is, where he's been, what he's done. And so I don't think it's going to be an issue in Jacksonville. I just think it's fascinating, from the entire building to their locker room to what Doug has kind of inherited here in Jacksonville that even is beyond the X's and O's. And I think he's good at this part, though. I think he's going to be good at this because naturally he's a good dude. And I don't think there's a lot that he has to try to do. I think he's just a good leader. We've talked about it a couple of times, actually. There were some comments like up at the podium with Trent Baalke where he's interrupted people or he said we, and like it's not just a me thing or a he thing. It's a we thing. Like, that's what good leaders do. Like, he's got the back of Baalke because he understands Trent Baalke in the perception of the fan base here is not a great thing. But I think Doug, on a leadership level, and he might believe it too, by the way. I'm not saying it's not a believable, genuine thing. But I think he's trying to showcase to everybody else because he understands the situation in Jacksonville. And I give him a lot of credit for that, understanding the locker room, the setting, the building, what happened even though he wasn't here, and at least being a bit sensitive and empathetic towards some of that. I think it's going to serve Doug Peterson well. We'll be back. Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690.
Now is the time to get an estimate on replacement windows. American Window Products of Jacksonville is a high-volume dealer offering a huge selection of products to keep your costs low. New windows from American Window Products can lower your energy costs and increase your curb appeal and security, all without breaking the bank. Call American Window Products for a free estimate at 904-667-0873 or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
Visit your First Coast Acura dealers for jaw-dropping deals on new and pre-owned Acura models. Get insanely low lease payments and huge financing deals on award-winning luxury sedans and SUVs. Now's the time. Shop FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com.
Walk into 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center, and it doesn't feel like you're going to the doctors. Beautiful artwork of Jacksonville on the south side location, a laid-back atmosphere, and Rep Butler and his staff are really fun to talk to, and they are there to help you out. First-time appointments and adjustments, just $39 and maybe less pending your insurance. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations, south side, St. Augustine, and the west side. Look them up at 904chiro.com. 3 locations, 904chiro.com.
Here's Ben and John Lupo, owners of Beards Diamonds.
It's funny, my dad has sold people engagement rings, and now I'm selling their kids engagement rings and anniversary gifts and birthday gifts now for their children and grandkids. So it's pretty cool to see that family tree grow.
We're blessed with the relationships we've built over the years. Our non-commissioned sales associates are experts. They have only one goal: your complete satisfaction.
We have a 6,000 square foot showroom with anything and everything that you can want. Beards Diamonds has been family owned and locally operated since 1981.
40 years later, it's still our goal to offer the largest selection of quality diamond jewelry at the best prices in Jacksonville, guaranteed. The reason we can make that promise? As Beards owners, we are on the floor helping you with your purchase. We have no corporate bosses setting the price. The chain stores can't touch our prices. They just can't.
Check out our full inventory at beardsdiamonds.com. Come in and see us. We'd love to help you. Anybody that steps foot in our stores is automatically a part of the Beards family.
Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
Your local radio stations are here for you. No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to give you the news, weather, and traffic you need and the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels get their way, it could stop the music. They want Congress to force radio stations to pay them more money simply to play their music. Don't let radio go silent. Text LOCAL to 52886 and tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Never paint your house again.
Hey, business owners. If you are one of the 2.5 million small businesses in Florida, you know that the outside of your business is the first chance your company has to make an impression. We have been helping our commercial clients for over 20 years. We have become known as the company to call when your business needs a facelift. Call Rhino Shield today or visit us online. The bottom line with Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint again.
At Community First, you're an owner, so you get better banking rates, fewer fees, and free digital tools. Own it at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
May is Maytag month, the hardest working month of the year, when you can save on hard-working Maytag performance. Like laundry pairs that make clothes think twice before getting dirty again. Refrigerators that make cold your new favorite flavor. And dishwashers that eat caked on oatmeal for breakfast.
Don't wait. Put the hardest working month of the year to work for you and save big on Maytag appliances now through June 1st. Because May is Maytag month.
Hey, is this line secure?
Franco's cybersecurity firm secured a contract, and that's all we're allowed to say.
We have a green light on hiring.
He needs web security professionals with a military background.
3 teams of 4, 24-hour rotations, but Protocol Zulu is on a need-to-know basis.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And I threw out this question, hey, if Aaron Judge ends up going somewhere else, where as a Yankee fan would you rather see him go? Would you rather see him go to the Red Sox or to the Mets?
That's not even close. Is that Carlin?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for Yankees fans, but is that even close? Like,
doesn't feel like it.
Of course you'd rather see him go to the Mets.
Agreed, yeah. Like, I understand, like, what you're trying to do there, but, yeah, I think I can't imagine that it'd be so much worse if he went to Boston.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I'm not – as somebody who comes up with show topics and ideas and conversations that we like to enjoy here on the show daily, I'm not mad at, like, asking the question. No. I just don't know if there's really – like, if you put a poll out there – like, there are polarizing things, there are 50-50 things, and then there are, like, 90-10 things. And that's a 90%er, I think.
Probably. I agree with that.
Unless I'm reading the room wrong. Maybe I am.
No, I think you're reading it right.
And well, like, he could be playing a little bit with, like, the emotion of the Yankees fan right now because the Mets are good and stealing some of the headlines, too, where the Red Sox are not good and they're not a threat. But, I mean, I don't know. I'd like to dig around on that a little bit more, but the Mets, Yankees, and Red Sox, Yankees, I don't even think are in the same, like, stratosphere in terms of hate for each other.
Agreed, but let me ask you this. In terms of, like, a Mets fan, if it was the other way, like, I know it's not the same at all, but just go with me here. Like, if you're a Mets fan, would you rather lose your guy to the Yankees or the Braves? Like, I think the Mets think of the rivalry a little more than the Yankees do.
Well, I think because there's a complex problem there. One of them is the Yankees are always on the back pages. The Mets play to the little brother role in the city because the Yankees are king.
True.
And the other part is the Yankees have been better for like a while and forever, really, but better for recently. So, but I know Mets fans, and if I asked them this question, I think they would say, get him out of the division. Like DeGrom. Could DeGrom go to the Yankees or to the Braves? And I think they would say, go send him to the Yankees.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Because they play the Braves 19 times. And that's not even really like as good a comparison because he's a pitcher, so you're only going to play him like 3 times. But you get the point.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
Maybe we're talking about it now for 5 minutes, so maybe it's a better question than I thought originally anyway. And I didn't say it was a bad question, but I think it's an easy answer.
Well,
in my estimation.
I'm with you.
Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz. We're live at Eagle Landing Golf Club. What a day out here. Wow, the weather's phenomenal this week. Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com. If you want a Dream 18 card, it's good for here. And by the way, $69 for the card. You're going to save so much money if you play golf at various courses. There's 9 different courses. There's more goodies and bonuses on that card. In addition, Action Sports Jax, Dream18.com, and you still have like 7 months to play golf of the year. It is well worth it. It is more worth it than we even thought when we debuted the card. So that's how good of a deal it is. And come out here to Eagle Landing because I've been saying it, and if you like local golf, hidden gem now. It's really, really good out here. The greens are in fantastic shape, and much like every other golf course, they are killing it. The business is booming in the sport of golf. Once in a while, we do our back-breaking, neck-aching play of the week. And maybe it's a story of the day instead, because it could have been the play of the week when Rich Strike won the Kentucky Derby, Casey.
Yep.
Because then he started, like, attacking that horse's neck.
That is true.
Remember?
Yeah, that was weird. I do remember that.
Yeah, so, I mean, the horse probably needed to see the 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center.
Looked like it, yeah.
On the south side or St. Augustine or the west side. But today, news out that Rich Strike, the Derby champ, everybody loves the underdog, now won't run in the Preakness.
Yeah, why is that? Like, I don't like that.
Well, because it's a grueling stretch, and this is one of those things where we, the fan, we don't care what's best for the horse. We want to see if he can win the Preakness.
Facts.
The sport is probably like, hey, anytime there's a Triple Crown threat, that's a good thing. Let's run the Preakness. And meanwhile, the trainer's like, hey, we good. We just won at 82-1 odds to win the Derby. We won the Derby. We're going to do what's right by the horse,
yeah,
which is
fair.
Probably the best thing, but it's also like a bummer of a thing.
It's a bummer. Like, do you think part of it's like we weren't supposed to win that, but we did, so we don't want to come in last?
I don't know if there's – I was thinking that today. I was like, does it take luster off the Derby win if you don't win the Preakness? And I think the answer to that is no. The Derby's the Derby. And so I don't think it's going to hurt the value of the horse, the anything. I think they're really doing what's best for the horse. And maybe try to come back and run the Belmont or other big races throughout the horse year. We will see. That is your 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center back-breaking, neck-aching play of the day. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations now. If you need a wellness consultation, look up 904chiro.com. Take care of yourself. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center on the south side. St. Augustine, the newest location on the west side. Action Sports Jax OT is on the way. Coming up next, Casey Kurtz, Brian Middleton, then hand off to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp on a beautiful evening at the baseball grounds with Max Meyer pitching. We'll have more local sports, more softball and UNF softball and shrimp and other things like the NFL schedule release tonight on TV on CBS 47 and Fox 30. Thanks for hanging out with us. Do it again tomorrow. Action Sports Jax OT up next on ESPN 690.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000, and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
How would you like to relieve inflammation, headaches, anxiety, arthritis, even joint pain? Improve your sleep, maybe a 500-calorie burn or an endorphin kick. Total body healing at iCryo. It's now open in St. Johns County at the Pavilion at Durban. One lifestyle service, just $39. Get special passes to save more on multiple lifestyle services. Cryotherapy, IV therapy, body sculpting, and more at iCryo. Elevate your lifestyle at iCryo. Now open in the Pavilion at Durban Park in St. Johns County.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done. And you're the one who makes it happen. Come on. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some sunshine, good vibes, and summertime fun. You too? Well, have I got great news. Summer starts here. Where? At the Summer Starts Here event going on now at Arlington Toyota. What can you expect during the Summer Starts Here event at Arlington? How about hot savings on all new Toyotas, including financing as low as 1.9% on 10 new Toyota models. Plus, Arlington's got 500 new Toyotas available. Start your summer fun with hot savings at the Summer Starts Here event going on now. Shop ArlingtonToyota.com today. Visit ArlingtonToyota.com/Summer Starts Here for details.
People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. What about a slip and fall or car crash case? Free unless we win.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Action News Jax at 5. Action. Because it's live with investigators Emily Turner and Ben Becker knocking on doors, holding people accountable. News. Because it's happening now. John Bachman and Tanika Hughes breaking the big important stories of the day. Jax, because it's super local. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burridge has the most accurate local forecast. Action News Jax at 5 is local coverage you can count on.
Get help managing your money for the life and years ahead. With Fidelity Income Planning, we'll look at what you've saved, what you'll need, and build a straightforward plan to generate income, even when you're not working. A plan that gives you the chance to grow your savings and create cash flow that lasts. Plus, you can start, stop, or adjust your plan at any time without the unnecessary fees. Talk to us today so we can help you go from saving to living. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anna Jar and Levine studios. Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
Here we go on a Thursday. Action Sports Jax Overtime, ESPN 690. Brian Middleton on the ones and twos. Casey Kurtz rocking along with you as well on a Thursday. About 50 minutes or so, and Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball will be on the air. Max Meyer on the bump for the Shrimp, taking on, I forget the dude's name for the Sounds, but it's going to be a good matchup. Two pitchers with ERAs less than 2 apiece, so that will be a good one. That comes up at 6:50, but we will take you until that point. Brian Middleton, Casey Kurtz. Brian, what up with you, mate?
Not too much, man. How you doing on this Friday Eve?
Surviving, thriving, all the things. This Monday Eve for you, or not Monday Eve. This is like Monday morning for you.
That is correct.
That's unfortunate. Sorry about that. But we will survive and we will move on, because tonight, the moment we've all been waiting for, the NFL schedule. Brian Middleton, do you care at all?
I mean, sure. if I'm making travel plans to go to a couple of the away games, or maybe if I'm a fan of, maybe one of these matchups coming up to TIAA Bank Field, sure. Otherwise, I pretty much know the opponents, right?
You do know the opponents, yes. Yeah, I said the same thing. Brent was like, right off the top of the show, he's like, are you going to be like locked in, or do you care? I was like, I'll be playing FIFA, and if it comes up on my timeline, okay, great. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be excited for, to your point. Like, I know who they're playing. I know where they're playing. I don't exactly know when, but I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think if the NFL was, and I know they're not going to do this because they want to sell season tickets, but, like, wouldn't it make a lot more sense to not announce the opponents until the day you announce the games if you want, like, a buzz? That makes sense in my opinion. Like, if you don't know who the opponents are, if you know nothing until tonight, then yeah, I'd be excited because you would have no idea what's going on. But just to know when they're playing, like, it doesn't do much for me.
Unless it's a huge matchup. You know, if it's a Brady Rodgers matchup, if it's a Brady Mahomes matchup, if it's a rematch of the Super Bowl teams or AFC Championship, something like that, Bills Chiefs. Yeah, give me. I want to know those. You know, because I want to know, is it going to be Monday Night Football, going to be Sunday Night Football? What are we doing here? So, yeah. And then a couple of more big-time matchups, like who's playing on Thursday. I mean, we kind of know some of the teams I always play on, I'm sorry, not Thursday night, Thanksgiving. You know, something like that. But to a game, especially as a Jags fan, I'm like, yeah, I know the people. Yeah, I know the people that's coming already. I know when London's supposed to happen. And,
But, like, to that point, you want to know when the Packers are playing the Bucs, like, are you going to go put a reminder on your calendar, like tonight? Oh, that's right, the Bucs are playing the Packers. Like, I'm not. I'll just, the week that it happens, I'll be like, oh, okay, great. Like, finding out that the Bucs and the Packers, or the Chiefs and the Bucs, or any, the Bills and whoever, like, finding that out tonight will literally do absolutely nothing for me. Like, I won't even slightly remember it or care.
I think it does create some buzz, though. And there's always seemingly a matchup that we did not peg because we always, to a person, again, kind of just go off of last season because that's what we usually have to go off of, that in the offseason going into the new season, basically which teams are going to be good. There's always seemingly a matchup or two that you didn't expect that was just randomly kind of just put together that turns out to be like, oh, this is going to – like, I'm looking forward to week 6 now. I'm looking forward to week 17 or week 13 because this team that we didn't think that was so good and this team we didn't think was so good, they're both good, and we can't wait. If they keep on doing what they're doing, they're on a collision course. So you can build a little bit of buzz that way as well.
Well, I got something that may or may not build you some buzz to tell you about that just came out in terms of the schedule. I don't know how you will feel about it, but the very first game on the schedule for the Jacksonville Jaguars was just officially announced, and it will be the first time that a certain team plays in the NFL. That is because week 1, the Jags will travel to Washington and play the Washington Commanders in week 1. That is official. The Commanders just tweeted that out. The Jags confirmed it on a tweet. So Carson Wentz and the Commanders will play the first ever game as the Washington Commanders against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Thoughts on that coming out right now? Do you care at all?
Not really, but you said this is what, the first matchup ever?
Well, because they were the football team and now they're the Commanders.
Oh, I see what you're saying. A little bit of trivia history down the line. Who was the first team that the Washington Commanders ever played?
Exactly, and that will be Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Like, so that's the thing. We just found that out. They're playing the Commanders. The first time the Commanders are playing, Carson Wentz. So there's a storyline. The last time Carson Wentz played football, it was against the Jags, and it was so bad he got kicked off of his team. He got traded away. So, like, we just found that out. First time Commanders will play a game, and we're both sitting here like, okay, great. Like, it's cool to find out, but, like, okay, it's just one thing we know. But that is indeed the case. If you're jumping in, the Jags will play the Commanders in week 1. And we also just found out that in week 2, the Jags will play the Colts.
Okay.
At home. So the home opener will be September 18th at 1 p.m. the Colts will play the Jags, so Matt Ryan will come to Jacksonville and play for the Colts against the Jags September 18th at 1 p.m. in the home opener week 2.
Okay. We usually can tag at least one win with the. Hold on, I got a drop for that.
Can't wait.
Is that Bart Scott?
Can't wait.
Now that is one thing. Now the Jags, the Colts have not beat the Jags here in a long time, and you're playing the Commanders in week 1, so you know it. If you're just, I'm going to say it a couple more times. If you're just jumping in.
Uh-oh.
Dang it, I'm excited now. I just said I didn't care at all, but now I'm excited. You're playing the Commanders week 1 on the road, then you play the Colts week 2 at home. Colts haven't beat you at home since, like, there was before electricity. Carson Wentz, we know what we think of him. They might start 2-0.
People talking about Trevor like he crazy. Like
they might start 2-0.
You don't use Pantene Pro V with them locks every Sunday before he hits the field. Uh-oh.
Holy cow. I'm talking myself into it.
Lawrence to Kirk. Lawrence to Jones. Robinson, ETN, all over the field. Looking like a college offense. Looking like I don't know, what's a good college offense right now? Talk to me.
Alabama.
Alabama. Okay. I mean,
what? They're not good?
No, they're good. I mean, you know, they ran into UGA. UGA had like 85 draft picks.
That's
on
true.
their defense.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, not important. Who cares about Alabama? This thing is starting to take shape now. Commanders in week 1 in Washington, and then the Colts in week 2 here in Jacksonville. That's what we know officially. What's the deal with that? Like, why is that coming out?
Why is it leaking?
Like, everyone's putting out it's like official, by the way. Like, the teams put it out. So I guess everyone got their first game to announce their home game. By the way, that week 1 game is September 11th at 1 p.m. In Washington FedEx Field for the debut of the Commanders. For the first time moving from the football team to the Commanders. The Jags will play them. I guarantee you they're going to sell T-shirts at that game that say, like, inaugural game, and the Jags logo will be on it.
Feels like somebody who's in the autograph and memorabilia business, like Casey Lamont Kurtz. Feels like that's something you're going to get your hands on, get some nice little autographs. You're going to figure out a way to make some money off of that. Am I right?
I'm not going to Washington.
Well, I didn't say you had to go to Washington. I'm just saying you figure out a way to get your hands on it. That's all I said.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, maybe. You never know, but I can imagine there will be some of those T-shirts floating around. So, Jags fans, if you want to go to Washington, September 11th is the time or the day to do it. They will play at 1 p.m. And then, like we've said a couple times, just going to keep repeating it in case you're jumping in. No people get off of work, turn on the stream, whatever. The first home game for the Jags will be September 18th at 1 p.m. against the Colts and Matt Ryan. So, man, I told you I wasn't going to be excited, but now that I'm seeing these two things in front of me, I'm like, holy crap, they could be 2-0. Do we think much of the Commanders? Not really. We definitely don't think a lot of Carson Wentz. Colts can't beat the Jags at home, or at home for the Jags, on the road for them. They might start 2-0. Like, I don't know. I'm giddy.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Like, now I'm excited. Show me the rest of the schedule. Dang it, man. Now I'm excited. I'm going to have to put FIFA on pause.
Wow.
2 hours away. Now I got to wait. Who they play in week 3? I need to know. I'm foaming at the mouth, folks. Who are they playing in week 3? What if it's Detroit? They could be 3-0.
Where's the X-Files music now? If that happens,
they could be 3-0.
We're going to have to get that new segment in sooner than later. If they get Washington, Indianapolis at home, and then Detroit, and then the Jets,
they could be 4-0.
Who did you pay? Who did you pay to get that opening for?
What a moment. Commanders week 1, Colts week 2 confirmed. I'm excited, dang it. Here we go. Action Sports Jax Overtime. What a way to start the show. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
What's up? This is Brian, and if you haven't checked out Action Sports Jax Overtime yet, starting at 6 p.m., you're missing out on moments just like this.
The Jags not drafting Kayvon Thibodeau will be the worst mistake this franchise has ever made, in my opinion. This guy is a game wrecker. This guy is going to be a problem for a long time in this league. Travon Walker, the best we can hope for is he'll be the same. but I think Kayvon Thibodeau's the best player in the draft. I think every team that passes on him is making a mistake. The way I see it, this is the best player in the draft with the highest ceiling, and I think the Jags are making a mistake by not picking this one.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly cloudy and mild tonight, a brief shower or two as temperatures drop to near 60 degrees. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy. A few showers developing, possibly a thunderstorm, and your Friday afternoon high will be near 80 degrees. From the CBS 47 at Fox 30 Action News, Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds.
Untouchable pricing, incredible value, phenomenal shopping experience, only at Beard's Diamonds.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay secure from anywhere. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business tech with these Small Business Month specials. Dell recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world connects.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you, with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At 303, we're always chasing perfection. Graphene nanospray coating changed the game for anyone who wants the ultimate protection in no time. Now the new Graphene Detailer takes it to another level. Use it to boost protection, shine, and slickness between washes. Level up your detailing game with Graphene nanospray coating and the new Graphene Detailer from 303. Available now at Advance Auto Parts, AutoZone, and select Walmart locations.
The ESPN 690 payroll payout is here. You've got 5 chances to win $1,000 every weekday at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. This is a nationwide contest. Message and data rates apply. Get the complete rules right now at ESPN690.com.
They might start 2-0. Commanders and Colts. I'm hyped. I don't know why.
Probably because they may start off 2-0.
Like, here's the thing.
Which would be...
Am I setting myself up for failure, though? Like, because you're going to pull this, right? Like, I'm screaming they might start 2-0.
Well, I was yelling right behind you.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, I'm setting myself up for disaster. Like, this is going to be the little thing, moments before disaster, and they lose. I don't know. Action Sports Jax Overtime, ESPN 690. So what I was yelling about, coming back, if you're just jumping in, just turn on the stream. We appreciate you listening. Brian Middleton, Casey Kurtz with you. The first 2 games were announced for the Jags schedule officially. They will open the season September 11th in Washington. They will play the Commanders for the first ever game for the Washington Commanders, if you will. They were not the Commanders before, they are now. Jags will play that game. Like we mentioned, there will probably be a T-shirt to remember the occasion. You can get that probably in Washington. But nonetheless, they'll play Washington game 1, and then game 2, September 18th at home against the Indianapolis Colts, who have not won in Jacksonville since Thomas Edison was inventing the light bulb. He invented the light bulb, right?
It's a little iffy, but he gets credit for it.
He gets credit. That's all that I care about. He gets credit for it. Okay, I'll take. Yeah, cool. All right, awesome. So that's about the last time the Jags beat the Colts in Jacksonville. So, thus, we know the first 2 games, which is why I was yelling when we came into the break. It was also why I was yelling when we left the break. And then I went conspiracy tinfoil hat that they could start 2-0. And what if they play the Jets? Ooh. What if they play the Lions? They could be 3-0. They could be 4-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. They might win more games in the first 4 than they won last year if things work out. They could play the Giants.
07 Patriots, baby. 07 Patriots, baby.
How mad would national media be if they're 4-0?
Trevor Lawrence as Tom Brady.
Man.
Didn't Tom Brady have long hair in 07? I think so.
He did.
Christian Kirk as Randy Moss. Ooh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Doug Peterson as the hoodie. Uh-oh. I'm not mad at this at all, Casey Kirk. Keep going.
Oh, man. The problem is I'm running out of games they could win. You know, I'm just being honest. Yeah, might want to.
No.
Because now, all right, we have to do this now. They could play the Chiefs week 3. They could play the Raiders week 3. They're definitely not playing Denver week 3. We know that, so that's good. They could play Tennessee week 3. Could play Dallas week 3. But they could play the Jets, the Giants, or the Lions. Listen, I don't care who they play week 3 because they play the Commanders in week 1 and the Colts in week 2 in Jacksonville. What a moment. What a moment.
I appreciate the fact that we just yelled and probably killed all types of levels because I was not riding the mic on either one of us. I appreciate that just now.
That was
because it was pure
honest
joy.
Excitement.
Yeah, excitement.
There's been very few times, love my job. There's been very few times I've been genuinely excited. And that's like breaking news, you know? Like that's the reaction to it. We were hype.
Think about it, Casey. The last time,
this is not going to end
well. You might have been excited going into, I guess, 2018. But the last time you were excited in 2017, you had just graduated high school, right? Did I get that right? Were you in high school in 2016?
I was in high school in 2016, yes.
And so 2017, you were either graduating or you were going into college. I don't know how that, sometimes you start in 2016, you graduate the following May.
I started in 2016, yes.
Uh-huh. So you were still in high school. So the last time you were excited, so your whole 4.5, 7 years at UNF, you were not excited about the Jags. Unbelievable.
Well, I was excited for Trevor Lawrence. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember those moments down in the TV studio?
Yeah, but
when we were waiting for the post-game show?
There were other things that dampened your mood. You couldn't even be truly excited about that.
That's true. But I'm excited now. Commanders and Colts. What a moment. Can't wait, Bar Scott. What a moment. Something else with the schedule, by the way. So if they don't play the Lions week 3, right? Or at some point in time, they do have to play them. And that's how me and Brent started talking about the potential of a game on Thanksgiving. They do play Dallas, but they play Dallas here in Jacksonville, so that's not going to work out correctly. But they do have the chance to play the Lions on Thanksgiving. So I'll ask you, Brian Milton, because I've talked about it and Brent talked about it. What would you rather have happen? A Sunday / it's an or, it's not an and, it's an or, a Sunday or Monday night game, or a game on Thanksgiving against the Lions?
Did you feel the need to stress that for some reason?
Well, yeah, like if you could get a Sunday and a Monday, like you'd probably rather have 2 primetime games than 1 Thanksgiving game. I'm saying if the trade-off is you lose the primetime game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ask it to me one more time now. I was so stuck on the fact that you felt the need to stress or.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you could have a primetime game on either Sunday or Monday or against the Lions in Detroit on Thanksgiving, as a fan, which one would you rather see? Which one intrigues you more, primetime or Thanksgiving?
I am going to say Thanksgiving because you will get more eyeballs just based off of numbers alone than you will most Sunday or Monday night games. If I had to choose between just Sunday and Monday, I would say Monday night just because that just rings truer with me as a football fan than Sunday night, even though I know both are like just bastions in NFL lore. But if I had to choose from those 3, I'm going Thanksgiving. Much more rare, more eyeballs because there are more eyeballs and more bodies in actual buildings and houses as people gather around, and the TV is just on. Even if you're not watching it, you kind of glance over. So I'm going for Thanksgiving. You're watching a Detroit, Jacksonville Thanksgiving matchup. If you're the everyday casual observer, though, that isn't a Jags fan or lives in Jacksonville or Detroit?
Probably not. Well, like you're watching, but like I understand it's not great for the ratings, right? I'm with you. But here's what I just did. I pulled up the Lions home games, okay? So out of these teams, we're in trouble. All right, here's who they got at home. The Commanders, nobody wants to see that. The Seahawks, ain't nobody want to see that. The Eagles, maybe. Miami, we might lose to Miami. The Jags, they play Buffalo.
Oh, you're talking about for potential Thanksgiving?
Yeah, for the Lions.
Oh, give me Buffalo. Listen, I want the Jags to succeed. But if I'm talking about what I want to see, I get it. Buffalo will probably run roughshod over them. I get what you're about to say.
Right.
And by all means, you'll say it more eloquently, but let me just finish this up. But still, people want to see, the casual observer wants to see usually the best squads, especially if you're talking about something like a Thanksgiving matchup. It's better when both teams are good, and we don't know. Detroit may be the rising star.
Come on.
Might be the rising star.
They ain't.
But Buffalo, I would say, has the inside lead.
Nah, because here's the thing with Buffalo. They're going to blow them out. They're going to beat them by 45. Like, the Jags and the Lions, in theory, would be a close game, right? So, like, what do you want to do if you're the league? A close game or a game that you're getting blown out in the second half and you turn it off after the concert? You see what I'm saying there?
Listen, man, I know you're hopeful, and I'm a bit hopeful too, but Roger Goodell's straight like, can't do it. Won't do it. How about that one?
Probably.
Don't have a won't do it for Mike Singletary, but I'm telling you, that's going to be a tough sell.
But Trevor Lawrence, though.
I get it.
Because, look, they're not going to put Seattle. Seattle doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think they're going to put Washington, right?
Well, if you think that Jacksonville has a chance, why wouldn't you're talking about just based off of quarterback play?
What does Washington have?
You're talking about based off of quarterback play? Well, they played better than the Jags did last season.
They got Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz isn't playing on Thanksgiving. When I'm thinking Thanksgiving, I'm not being thankful for Carson Wentz. I'm not thankful to watch Carson Wentz on Thanksgiving. Okay? I'm not. I'm just not. I'd be thankful to watch Trevor Lawrence. Miami, what do they have? They got Tua. I understand. They got a squad. I get that.
Yeah, you might want to.
Okay, so Philly, what does Philly really do for you? You know?
I don't know. They got a pretty good squad, too.
They do, yeah. And then you got the division games, I guess it could be.
You're telling me that Commissioner Casey Kurtz will penalize a team because they're actually really good in order to get into one of the marquee matchups of the entire season.
I'm saying if Roger Goodell is smart, he's going to look at this and go, we cannot put Buffalo in this game because they're going to blow them out and people are going to turn it off and go watch the dog show.
Roger Goodell's like, okay, my bad. If I'm smart, this is what I do. Not the fact I think that I was a lawyer or something like that, some type of negotiator. Not the fact that I got to become the NFL commissioner and has been in it for, a decade and a half. Not that. If I do this one move that Casey Lamont Kurtz in Jacksonville, Florida tells me to do, then I'll be considered smart.
Yes.
Disrespectful.
I don't care if it's disrespectful or not, man.
You do it clearly.
We got the Jags. You got Trevor Lawrence. You got Doug Peterson.
They're 4-0. Oh, they won't be 4-0 then, but 4-0.
They started out
07 Pats.
They started out at a minimum 2-0. And potentially 3 if they played the Giants or Jets. And you could have them on Thanksgiving football. And there's a storyline there. DJ Chark against his old team. Former number 1 picks. Jared Goff against Trevor Lawrence.
There'll be like 85 number 1 picks between the two rosters.
Aiden Hutchinson and Travon Walker, I should say.
Yeah.
Storylines all across the field for a Thanksgiving game between the Jags and the Lions. It makes sense, doesn't it, people? Jags on Thanksgiving.
We should make a Twitter poll.
It makes sense. I'll make a Twitter poll. ESPN 690 Jags. I'll make the Twitter poll. Go search it up on Twitter and find the poll, because obviously if it's a Twitter poll, you have to find it on Twitter. So that's the breakdown of Twitter polls, and go check ours out and vote in it. But we'll be right back on the other side of this break. Action Sports Jax Overtime, ESPN 690.
Forever Vets Pet Resort at Durban is officially open. Whether you're looking to board your pet during a vacation or looking for a place for them to play during the day, look no further. Forever Vets Pet Resort has officially opened its doors. With roomy, climate-controlled indoor play areas for big and small dogs, shaded outdoor play areas with a splash zone, and private cat condos including access to a cat tree-filled oasis, your pet will feel right at home. Forever Vets Pet Resort will provide a comfortable place for your pets while you're away and ensure your four-legged friend is safe and happy during their stay. Take advantage of a free day of play to all new clients. And if you purchase one night of boarding, you'll receive half off your next night. Want to learn more? Give us a call or go to forevervets.com. You can also stop by for a free facility tour. We're open 7 days a week with extended hours for your convenience. Forever Vets Pet Resort at Durbin is now open for reservations.
Here's Ben and John Lupo, owners of Beards Diamonds.
It's funny, my dad has sold people engagement rings, and now I'm selling their kids engagement rings and anniversary gifts and birthday gifts now for their children and grandkids. So it's pretty cool to see that family tree grow.
We're blessed with the relationships we've built over the years. Our non-commissioned sales associates are experts. They have only one goal: your complete satisfaction.
We have a 6,000 square foot showroom with anything and everything that you can want. Beards Diamonds has been family owned and locally operated since 1981.
40 years later, it's still our goal to offer the largest selection of quality diamond jewelry at the best prices in Jacksonville, guaranteed. The reason we can make that promise? As Beards owners, we are on the floor helping you with your purchase. We have no corporate bosses setting the price. The chain stores can't touch our prices. They just can't.
Check out our full inventory at beardsdiamonds.com. Come in and see us. We'd love to help you. Anybody that steps foot in our stores is automatically a part of the Beards family.
Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We make millions of choices each year, and one of the most important is who to work with when selling your home. The best choices are usually based on experience and trust. And when it comes to selling your home, Mark Spain Real Estate is the most trusted and experienced real estate team in the U.S. Hi, this is Mark Spain. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we care about each client's experience in reaching their goals, which is why we received over 6,000 five-star reviews from our clients. Check out what Elaine wrote last month. We had a great experience with Mark Spain Real Estate. Within 24 hours, an agent was at our home with our guaranteed offer and everything else we needed to sell our home. We chose to use the guaranteed offer because it was easy, and we sold our home for more money than we expected. The entire process was stress-free. I've been in business for nearly 30 years, and I'm proud to have sold over 44,000 homes. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be. Go to markspain.com, fill out a short form, and get started today. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Certain restrictions apply.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average oak tree branch can hold 70 pounds. Something you probably do know, your neighbor is building their kid a treehouse. Something you probably don't know, a falling treehouse would take out your whole fence. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for a pharmacy.
Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. N72. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay secure from anywhere. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business tech with these Small Business Month specials. Dell recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
Action Sports Jax. Watch, listen, subscribe. You can watch us on CBS 47 and Fox 30. You can listen right here on ESPN 690. And you can subscribe to our YouTube and podcast, Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Action Sports Jax. Watch, listen, subscribe.
We rolling along on a Thursday. Action Sports Jax Overtime, ESPN 690. Big day today, right? there was nothing going on, and then boom, we're playing Carson Wentz week 1. The Jags will head to Washington and play Carson Wentz and the Commanders in week 1, and then we'll come home to play the Colts in week 2. We did put up the poll, by the way, if you're listening and heard in the last segment. We were going to put up a Twitter poll. We did that. And we got 19 votes on it so far. What would be the best Thanksgiving matchup for the Lions? We got the Jags and the Lions. We got the Bills and the Lions. Eagles, Lions, and Dolphins, Lions. 94.1% of people have said Jags, Lions. Agreed. We do have 5.9% of people saying Eagles, Lions.
Okay.
And none for the Bills and none for the Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah, none.
Well,
not a one.
The way that you framed it, I think that's an accurate count. The best matchup.
Yeah.
For the Lions. I think
we got another vote for the Eagles. This stuff updates in real time, folks. Who wants to see the Eagles and the Lions? Who's voting on this?
Apparently 6% of the people who were polled. So what, this 20 was 6%? I can't do math in my head or on paper or in a calculator.
We had 20 now and 10% of 20. What's 10% of 20? 2. We got 2 people that want to see the Eagles and the Lions.
There you go.
Look at us go with the math. But anyway, now we got votes all over the place. We got Dolphins votes. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and update the votes.
Thank you.
Consistently.
Thank you.
But ESPN 690 Jax on Twitter. Go ahead and give it a follow and then vote in the poll. And then follow me and Brian as well at K Kurtz and at The Broadcast Don on Twitter to get at us. So that's the situation right now. Go vote in the poll if you so choose. And let us know what you think the matchup would be. We're taking you up to Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, me and Brian, that is, here on OT. Max Meyer on the bump for the Shrimp tonight with his 1.72 ERA. Ethan Small on the bump for the Nashville Sounds tonight with a 1.98 ERA. 2 first-round picks. Should be a good one. And if you haven't already figured this out, Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. That means the beer is cheap. So if you're on the way out there, we appreciate you listening. If you're going to listen on the radio, we also appreciate you listening right here on ESPN 690 all season long to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. But we got more to do here on OT. Brian Middleton, what do we have to do next?
Cash it or trash it.
Tell them to bring me my money.
On Action Sports Jax Overtime.
All right, Casey Kurtz. I know you just explained this the other day, but do you need the instructions? It's a part of the routine now. Do you need the instructions to cash it or trash it?
I need them.
All right, so we'll jump right into it.
Yep.
Now, Casey, y'all know, you know specifically, but I'm sure your family knows that we do like blue here at ESPN 690, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
No harm will come to her head as long as this station has its lights on and you're a part of this team, right?
Facts.
But hypothetically speaking,
this isn't going to go well.
Alien invaders got a death ray pointed at blue. You got to choose the NBA player to lead your team to a victory. You're choosing Giannis over Nikola.
Yeah, cash it.
Tell them to bring me my money.
I'm glad you came to the right side, sir. Would you like to defend yourself? I believe you said that yesterday.
I just, listen, I've been taken out of context when it comes to the Joker and the Greek Freak, right? The Greek Freak is that dude for sure. He proved it last night. And I agree with you. But I agree with what you said in the question. I would have Giannis take me to a win over Jokic. But Jokic, without him in Denver, they are a bad team. They're a lottery pick team, and he got them to the playoffs by himself. That makes you the most valuable player. How do people not understand that argument?
Stop it. Get some help.
Hey, Casey.
Was that MJ?
That was MJ. That was 80s MJ.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Not billionaire MJ. Still had a slight lisp MJ. Hey, so next up, Jacksonville Jaguars, way too early predictions, Casey. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Last season, James Robinson had 767 yards rushing and 8 rushing TDs. He played in 14 of 17 games. So Casey Lamont Kurtz, this season, the 1-2 punch of Robinson and Etienne will net the Jags a minimum of 1,800 yards on the ground, along with at least 15 rushing touchdowns between the two of them.
Trash it. 1,800 yards. Wow. They can't both carry the ball at the same time.
Wow.
How are they going to get 1,800 yards?
Wow.
James Robinson might not even start the season.
Okay.
No. 1,800 yards is too many.
You don't believe. It's okay.
No, I'm just telling you the truth. Listen, I understand they're playing the Commanders week 1 and the Colts week 2, but that doesn't mean Like, they got to play the Chiefs. They got to play good teams. Like, 1,800 yards is a lot, and they can't both run the ball at the same time. You say 1,500, I'm cashing it.
So just the 1,800. So the 15 touchdowns, then you're with.
Is that total touchdowns or rushing touchdowns?
Rushing touchdowns between the two of them.
No, because I don't know. They're not going to get that many rushing. If you go total, yes, ETN's going to have some receiving touchdowns.
Casey's
100%.
Casey's not a
No,
fan.
it's just obvious. Like, ETN's probably not also going to get carries on the goal line, so that takes that away.
Don't let Casey fool you, okay, with that whole being excited about the first 2 games of the season, putting up Twitter polls. He's not a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No,
I don't know who he's a fan of.
I'm telling you the truth, and that's the truth.
Next up.
What do you got?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is rumored to be replacing Will Smith in the sequel to Aladdin.
Really?
And you think this move will make the entire movie series better?
I didn't see the first one. Does that hurt the case here?
I didn't see it either. I heard
yeah.
he was really good, though. I heard Will Smith was really good.
He's the genie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cash it.
Tell him to bring me my money.
Yeah, The Rock is funny. You know, I could see The Rock making it better. I think they might have to change the role a little bit because The Rock and Will Smith are like different by a long shot. And I think they have to make it more around The Rock to make it funnier, if you will. Not more in the storyline, but just the role itself and like how Genie talks, I guess. I think that would make it funnier. But yeah, sure, I'll get on board with The Rock.
Okay. Next up, back to the NFL. Baker Mayfield will be a Cleveland Brown week 1 of the NFL regular season.
Trash it. I don't know. Like, someone's going to get hurt. Something's going to happen in training camp, right? I don't know who. I don't know which team. Somebody's going to get hurt, or to the bare minimum, they're going to cut him. Because if they find out Deshaun Watson can play, there's no reason to keep him. If he can't play, then I think a trade would have to come in because they're going to expect him to play. But then I think that's when Baker will be like, nah, bro, I'm not playing. But I think either an injury that forces a trade or he's cut altogether. I stand by my statement that Baker will not be a Cleveland Brown week 1.
All right. Next up, a little offseason NBA. So, Casey, you much like Kawhi Leonard prefer an alkaline water mix of lime juice and hot water over coffee.
No. Trash it. That's like, what? He drinks that?
So he was at inside the arena earlier today, and a reporter was asking him, did he have coffee in the mug that he was sipping? And he was like, nah, bruh. It's alkaline water, lime juice, and hot water.
Okay, I'm be perfectly clear when I say this. Kawhi Leonard is built different. And people say that a lot about themselves or others. Kawhi Leonard is the definition of built different. He's just different. Not in a bad way. Maybe not in a good way either, but he's just built different. Like, he's a different animal. Like, he's just different. I don't know how to explain it. He's like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay.
He's different.
All right,
like, the best way I can tell you is because he's like so good at basketball, but it seems like everything else is just a little bit off.
Okay.
For example, that. Or like, remember when he laughed? Remember when he was a fun guy?
Well, yeah. You can. So
weird.
you're making fun of his laugh and the fact that he drinks healthy juices. Okay.
Is that healthy?
Well, you know, alkaline water.
I don't know anything.
I believe it offsets the acidity in your body.
Oh.
And when you have a more acid, I think pH level, you're more privy to diseases and inflammation and things of that nature. All right, next up, NHL.
Oh, good.
We have 3 series on the docket this evening. Hurricanes at Bruins, Maple Leafs at Lightning, and the Wild at the Blues. Casey, at least 2 of these 3 series ends tonight.
Two of 3?
Yeah.
Thank you. Trash it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I 2 of 3 are not ending. I think the Wild win tonight. The Wild are good. I think that goes to 7. Obviously, you know how I feel about the Lightning. They ain't losing tonight. Or in Toronto's case, they better not lose tonight because they're not winning Game 7. I can see Carolina taking care of business. I don't like some of the things that happened in the series with Carolina and Boston, but I think Carolina's the better team. They could get it done tonight, even though they are on the road. But I think the Wild and I think the Lightning both win tonight. So I think only at the most one gets closed out.
All right, last one, Casey Kurtz. The Jags are tied for the 11th easiest schedule for this upcoming season.
Yep.
And for all the turmoil from last season, the team did triple their win count from the year prior. That being said, anything less than 6 wins will be a disappointment for Jacksonville in 2022.
Especially when you know they're going to start 2-0, we're going to cash it.
Tell them to bring me my money.
You starting 2-0, you got the Commanders, you got the Colts at home, beating the Jets, beating Houston at least once. That's 4. Beating the other team from New York. It's 5. And then you're stealing one somewhere along the line at the bare minimum. They're winning 6 at least. And they're winning the first 2 against the Commanders and the Colts, Brian Middleton.
That's it.
Okay, good.
Cash in the trash.
Sorry.
Did I have a sign? Did you what? It sounded like you said my name like you wanted.
I said what I said.
I don't know what you wanted.
Yeah, that would have fit.
Okay. Well, next time.
Next time.
Next lifetime.
But anyway, that's Cash It or Trash It on a Thursday. We hit this break. When we come back, we got more to do. Action Sports Jax Overtime, ESPN 690. We'll be right back.
Hello?
Hey, boss. I'm starting to freak out about Safe Touch Security.
What are you babbling about now?
I think they figured out how to see into the future.
What?
Maybe they're reading minds or something. I don't know.
Wow, Safe Touch is really getting to you.
I read on the Crooks R Us newsletter that most alarm companies send homeowners a video file of a crime after the fact.
Yeah.
Well, with Safe Touch Security, the homeowner gets notified before the crime's committed. I'm telling you, they're in our heads.
Calm down, calm down.
I'm calm.
Look, tell me the Crooks R Us golden rule again.
Stay away from Safe Touch houses.
Right, so all we gotta do is follow the golden rule.
Gotcha. I think I feel better now.
Good. Now put on your big boy pants and let's go find some houses without Safe Touch.
When you choose Safe Touch, you get so much more than an alarm system. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. All this personalized service starting as low as $1 a day.
Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
You know what's great about getting older? The toys are way cooler. Spring is here, and it's playtime.
Yeah!
And One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, has slash loan rates across the board on all the toys. Motorcycles, jet skis, boats, RVs, ATVs, even golf carts. And it's fun and potentially dangerous. One-to-One Financial is the perfect loan to help you finance it. Check out our rock bottom rates and apply now at one-to-onefcu.org. Come out and play. Federally insured by NCUA.
You got to be tired of living with chronic pain, knee pain, joint pain. Well, listen carefully, because now there are new treatments available. Not talking surgery, and we're not talking steroids. These are regenerative treatments from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Hey, everybody, this is Brent Martineau. QC Kinetics is the leader in these exciting biologic therapies that help restore and repair damaged tissue in your joints with lasting results. If you've got pain in your knees, your shoulders, hip, or back, joint pain that just won't go away, you need to check out these new treatments with astonishing patient satisfaction reports. They can actually help your body restore and repair itself with no downtime, no drugs, no surgery. Call now to schedule your free consultation at QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522, 904-274-5522. You need to learn more about how biologic therapies are changing the way we think about dealing with joint pain. It's exciting stuff, so don't wait. Call today, QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522.
What's up? It's Casey. Check out our brand new show, The Dream 18 Show, sponsored by Florida Georgia Windows and Doors, right here on ESPN 690 on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. If you like golf, you're going to like this show. The Dream 18 Show, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Couple minutes to go. Action Sports Jax Overtime, ESPN 690 on a Thursday. A little bit of time left. There's only one thing to do. Brian Middleton, where's Fat Joe at?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
It's really not. Thank you, Fat Joe. Appreciate it. Brian Middleton, NHL or NBA, where you want to start?
NHL.
Sounds good. We start in Boston, Carolina and the Bruins. Bruins need a win to stay alive. And Brian Middleton, the best I can do is Rafter 8. What is that? Rafter 8. Okay, that feels like standing room only, Brian Middleton. I'm not going to lie to you. I think we got standing room only. Cheapest ticket, $92. To stand?
Can't do it.
To stand? We move on to Tampa. The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning Game 6. The Lightning needed to stay alive inside Amalie Arena. Row T, level 329. $128.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. We move on to St. Louis. We got Minnesota. We got St. Louis.
Okay.
Minnesota needs one to stay alive. $79. That's a little better.
Yeah.
You know, $333.
Yeah. Okay, $79. I haven't heard anything in the $34, $44 range, so I won't even dignify these with any more drops till I get something along those lines. Until you do that, I can't even play another drop yet.
Well, I know what you're thinking here. We go to Los Angeles for the Kings. They don't care about hockey in L.A. The tickets should be cheap. Edmonton needs a win to stay alive. Arguably the best team in the league can't figure out how to win in the playoffs. Middle level 215, row 12, Crypto.com Arena, not LeBron James, not Kawhi Leonard. The Los Angeles Kings, probably people in LA have no idea they exist. 2 tickets, Brian Middleton, for 1 ticket, $57.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not mad
You
at
know
that.
what? I can deal with that. Inflation in California, that brings it up from 44 to 57, you said?
Yeah.
54, 57. Okay, I can deal with that. I'm not going to, yeah. It doesn't get the horn, but I won't do it, can't do it.
Keep in mind, you got to drive there and park. And it's LA.
Can't do it.
I know we got to get out of here. So quickly, Brian Middleton, the Sixers fans have given up. It's only $40 to stand. You do have to stand.
You like that?
The Dallas
We
fans
like
have
that.
not. $320 row and $118.
Huh?
Can't do it.
Won't do
it. Well, absolutely
Can't do it.
cannot and will not do it. We're running out of time quickly, so we got to go to the baseball grounds. Gentlemen, what's the cheapest ticket to get into the game tonight?
$5 is the cheapest ticket every Jumbo Shrimp game. So, and you get a seat. You don't stand, so it's a little bit better.
Well, that is good. That is good. That's right up Brian Middleton's alley. I'll tell you what.
Brian, are you coming?
Uh-oh.
Oh, man, if I didn't have to work for
is
about
true.
12 hours, I would be there, like, right
12.
now.
12 hours.
You're going to pass up $2 12-ounce or $3 24-ounce draft beer specials tonight, Brian?
I know, man. It's a tough
Unbelievable.
choice, man, but I don't want to fall asleep tonight.
That is fair enough, but I'm telling you, Brian will take you up on those $5 tickets at some point. All right, guys, we got Max Meyer, we got Ethan Small, correct? 2 ERAs under 2. Should be a good one tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're hoping for, right? Good pitching matchup. So, I mean, the rest of this series should be awesome. Every single matchup from here on out. I mean, you're talking about elite Major League quality, really good Major League quality pitchers at some point in the near future. So we get a good taste of it tonight with Meyer and Small.
Should be a good one, guys. You guys will be on the call tonight. Have a good call. We will talk to you again tomorrow night. Let's go, Shrimp.
All righty, guys. Thanks so much. Matt Davis has the pregame show, Shrimp on Deck. That's next on the Jumbo Shrimp Network, powered by FIS.
Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is 15 minutes away. It's time for Shrimp on Deck, featuring interviews from inside the clubhouse, scores from around the International League, and the